Tonight is a newsflash update on Goliath Ventures Inc. Because over the last 24 hours, the situation has shifted from denial to damage control. And investors are now coming forth in droves asking one question: where is the money? Let's start with what's been reported. And before I read my notes and my script, I just want to say thank you to my Avengers and the people that have been helping with information, particularly over the last 7 days. It's actually quite sad. It's an emotional journey, not just for the investors, but also for me and my Avengers. We've been reporting on this for 4 months. And a lot of people that have been in the shadows are now coming forward. And in this live update, we want to put out a warning because some of the things that the partners are asking people to do is actually criminal. And I want to be totally transparent. This live is going to be raw. I'm probably going to make some stuff-ups along the way. But the information is from my heart. And the purpose of this live is really to help the investors. And I might double up on my speech here, but if you're sitting on the fence, don't. We've got over 140 people in our database which are persons of interest. And in this video, I've been corresponding with people who have just been on the fence, and now they're coming forward saying, well, actually, I haven't told you, but I actually am one of the investors. And I go, no shit, Sherlock. But now you want my help, and we can help you. I don't know about getting your money back. I can't promise you anything. But there's a lot of assets out there that need to be seized about now. So let's start with what has actually been reported. So there's reports that Christopher Delgado, and I never get his name right, but I'm going to use the computer to see if it does it.
Shah.
Punit Shah was involved in a heated argument at 60 Vines restaurant in Orlando, Florida on the 29th of January. Now, why is that interesting? Well, we were privy to knowing that Casey and Punit, is it Punit? Punit were actually in meetings with Christopher. Now, Punit is, I'm going to double up here, but it doesn't matter if I go off script a little bit. He's brought in over $100 million for Goliath Ventures. And we're privy to a few $100,000 worth of that money. So there's still a lot of investors out there who are relying on his intel. But honestly, the intel that he's providing the investors is actually saddening, disturbing, and, to be blunt, criminal. These guys aren't professional executives that have all of a sudden become corporate investors. These are, normal people. A lot of them are realtors, firemen, normal people that have got involved in a large-scale Ponzi scheme are now really stressing about how to talk to investors. They are in disbelief. Don't sit here thinking, I'll wait and see what happens, because you'll be part of the investigation. Though multiple sources say that the dispute was centered, this is the argument that Christopher had in a public restaurant, a corporate person, centered around non-payment and the increasing pressure placed on senior partners as investors demand answers. We know that some people have been refunded, whether they've received their dividends or just their initial investment back, because they have threatened to go to media and blow the whistle. And some people have a large footprint and they could do a lot of damage. So those people have actually received money back, despite the warnings about MSB licenses needed to transfer money. And some other things that I know is not in my script in front of me that I really want to focus on. This is a crypto company. They have been running a large-scale Ponzi scheme. People are still coming forward to us and telling us that they believe that they were doing liquidity pool trading. They are not doing liquidity pool trading. They are not doing crypto mining. In fact, if one of my Avengers could please let me know the name of the crypto mining company where they stole what looks like they have stolen their videos. And if you go to Goliath Ventures website, you can see one of the videos of a company that is actually offering, well, not offering, but providing water-cooled containers. Oh, look, I just probably have to show you this more than anything. I've forgotten the name, but when you go to the homepage of Goliath Ventures website, this video that you see that now has Goliath Ventures logo stamped on it, we've actually found the actual company that produced this video. We have reached out to them, so far no reply, and we have asked them what their association is with Goliath Ventures. These videos we found the other day, and we did a video about it, have no association, which seems like have no association with Christopher, even though these videos were to allege people that they were doing water mine cooling and looking for investors. So it's not true, and people have been strung along, but it still is surprising to me how many people are still believing that they may have actually been doing something with liquidity pool, crypto mining, trainee, whatever it is. It's all bullshit. In my opinion, is they are doing a straight Ponzi scheme. This is why when we have notified the banks of what's happening, they have frozen the bank accounts. They used to be of JB Morgan Bank. I'm not quite saying that probably right. And then also they moved to the Bank of America, where we have actively been involved in notifying the bank all under the scenes, under the radar, and telling these banks what's going on. And they have looked at the transactions, reported back to myself and the Avengers, and said they have frozen those bank accounts because of the dubious money transactions that's happening. These people have not had their ducks in a row. So what I'm getting at, guys, even though this is claiming to be a crypto company, when the bank accounts have been frozen, it seems like they have actually been moving money around in the banks. Now, in the description of this video, please go in there and look at the crypto wallet addresses that we have. We're looking for investors that have been using these to deposit or been paid out from these crypto wallet addresses, because some money is moving in crypto, but not the amount of money that's been invested. So go in there, get those wallets, check them with yours. If you see that they are the same wallet addresses that you are either receiving or paid money into, and I'll explain this more in detail as this video goes on, but we're looking at the evidence that's coming in now, and the jigsaw puzzle is very, very clear. Unfortunately, it doesn't look good for investors, but you can still help us. Just yesterday, I found a large investor who I've been corresponding with for 4 months, and now they have admitted that they have invested. So anyway, so this follows the sequence of events investors are now openly questioning. On the 12th of December, Goliath Ventures hosted a lavish corporate Christmas party in Miami, reportedly costing around about $5 million, with Jason Derulo. Now, I don't know if you know Jason Derulo, but go look him up on Wikipedia, and it actually points out there that he has been associated to a lot of pump and dump crypto opportunities in the past. Not my words, his words. Go check it out for yourself, but that's where, which actually doesn't surprise me, that he's associated here with Goliath Ventures. So Jason Derulo performed for investors on the 15th of December. Christopher Diego traveled to Dubai. At that same date, he left Miami, went back to Dubai, and claimed that people were going to be paid out as normal on the 15th to 18th of December 2026. Must get that date right. So nothing happened, and we got crickets, didn't we? But he then attended, it's called the Electric Daisy Carnival. They call it EDC in Phuket from the 16th to the 18th of January, where reports indicated he spent $150,000 on corporate tickets and entertainment, not excluding the travel. I don't know how he traveled there. We didn't get privy to that information. But would a corporate leader like Christopher Delgado spend $150,000 on entertainment at a time where his company has frozen all the money for investors, claiming audits? You know, the intel, does not add up. And as this video goes on today, this is a accumulation of the last 48 hours of updates. Good afternoon, Admiral. Thank you very much, Susie. You are amazing. We are seeking people that have received distributed. So Susie right now is actually in the chat room and also in the description of this video, and she is actually posting the addresses that we want you guys to help us with. Remember, we are on your side, and you'll see these horrible addresses going across the top. If you're not into crypto, you probably won't wonder what the hell they are, but Susie's posting them all in there, and you can actually find them in the description of this video. So do go in there and have a look at those addresses and see whether you have any connection, and please do reach out to us. Now, I'm not hard to find. I haven't actually added, but I should add my Signal address into the description of the video. If you are still scared and on the fence, but you want our help, I tell you what we are finding, and I don't want to scare people off, but I have to tell you, people actually have used money that isn't theirs to invest in Goliath. So a lot of what we believe companies have actually taken money out of companies, used it to invest in Goliath, and this is why a lot of people are on the fence. We're not interested in that. We're interested in actually trying to contain whatever is left of the money, if anything. Christopher and his merry men would have been moving money into quietly moving money into crypto wallets to secure their future. They know that they're going to do jail time for what they're doing. Some of them will only probably get a few years, like 5, 6 years. They'll come out, they'll light up those wallet addresses, and they'll be set for life. It's a small price to pay for such a fortune that they've stolen from mum and dad investors. And that's what my team of Avengers are here to do. I often say my name is Danny the Heck. I'm here to name and shame anyone running or promoting large-scale Ponzi schemes and scams. And boy, over the last few months, this one has blown away a lot of the things I've currently been investigating over the last 5 years. So we know that Christopher's still spending money like it's water. But we have recently heard that he's back in Florida. Now, I believe he'll be going back to Dubai any day now. We do actually have his home address. We know where he lives. We have actually had people providing us photos of his Rolls Royce parked up his drive. If you can get past the gated community, we would recommend reaching out to us. You go knock on his door and ask for your money back, because anything that he's coming out of his mouth is a mass lie. And he's obviously... We've seen that people have got him out in the public area. We're actually really surprised that he's actually put his face back out in Orlando. As a lot of people have messaged me, even just before I'm going live, I can't believe this guy's back in Orlando. So go get him. Go get your money. I don't care. Don't do grievous bodily harm to him, or don't threaten to do that, because you'll find yourself behind bars. But go and have a business meeting with this business gentleman who's meant to be a schmoozer in the community, and politely ask him for your money back. And if you've got a camera, any recordings, please do it. We would love to hear what he's actually saying about calming the farm. Right, he's back in Florida, attempting to reassure partners and promoters, many of whom who are actively squeezed by investors. So I've said it many times before, and I know we are doubling up on some of the information, but you guys have got to look at this video. I'll put it on the screen, and we'll go back to my notes in a few minutes. I haven't actually got a blog to go to. So this is my YouTube channel, and if you go to the video section of my YouTube video, you'll see lots of videos, lots of Christopher's working at In-N-Out Burgers and the like. But when you come to this part here, this video here.
Structure is sides.
Okay, so this is Matt Burke, who's just been removed from Goliath Ventures website, which we'll point out in a few minutes. And we've also got Pierce Curry. And both those guys, actually, there's one phone number I don't think I have yet. So if anyone anonymously wants to give me Matt Burke's phone number, we've just actually managed to find, I'm just going to pause this for a second. I've actually, we've just been given Tomo's phone number, who will be watching this right now. And we've also been given Stephen Davis's phone number, which we have just received just now. And I've both texted both of those individuals. And just for shits and giggles, guys, if any of you guys think that I am wrong, there is a live, there is Join Me on the live that we're doing right now, link in the chat room of this very meeting. Now, if Steve Davis or Tomo have really got big boy trousers, they are more than welcome to come into this live and tell me that I am wrong with the information that I have. But I think we're past that now. I think everyone realizes, Tomo has just removed Goliath Ventures from the website, from his social media. And just before we show you that, this is Tomo. We can see Tomo's got love hearts here with Christopher and all this sort of stuff. He was doing a campaign calling Goliath Strong. That was when Vince Garata was leaving the room. But Tomo here has now removed his association from Goliath Ventures from his website. We've got pictures here of Stephen Davis and Gary Rice showing off their new, I don't even know, is it McLaren car? So that's why in the thumbnail of this picture you'll see me holding up a model car. And here's Tomo in his car. So all these guys are still hanging out together. They've obviously been promoting Christopher in the past. And now they're all sweating like, I won't say the word, but you get what I was probably about to say, which is quite amazing. So let's just go back to this video here. Now, you can see Matt Burke here is taking a glass of water. Matt Burke is actually a parish of a church. We reached out to the church and said, are you aware of his involvement with Goliath Ventures? They tidied up some of the imagery on their website, and then just recently they've scrubbed him totally from the website. This guy is a parish doing a preach. Now, this is what they told the partners to do. Now, all due respect to the partners, you are not corporate investors. You don't have any licenses to handle money. You have nothing other than, for God's sake, we've got the partners who used to be firemen running a company that's handling money. This video here, which I'm going to put the link into the description, into the chat box. Hey, KB, nice to see you here, mate. The link to this video is in the live chat session. Now, in this video, 1 hour and 47 minutes of your life you need to dedicate to watching this video. This video basically exposes everything that Goliath Ventures has been doing. And it's not my words. It is actually the words of the Matt Burke, Piers Curry, and also Christopher. This is why these guys are really sweating at the moment, because Goliath Ventures instructed them all to set up their own companies. Goliath Ventures is telling everyone that they need an NSB license, a money services license. Now, they instructed all their partners, which we actually have a list of, which are all disappearing quietly from the website. So these are all the people. They're not all partners. We do have a stylist, a travel director. I don't know Lee Ann Howie's name, but there were originally 18 people on the Goliath Ventures website. They've all been scrubbed, and just today Matt Burke has been removed. And we don't know why these people at the bottom here are still here, because Tomo's obviously removed himself from the Instagram. Mike is responsible for what we believe over 120 million. I can't get his name right once again, but let's try it. Punit, I don't know, it sounds a bad name, that one. 100 million for Goliath. Casey, same deal. These guys, and Matty, I can't even say his name.
Marty Berthelmer.
Marty Berthelmer. No disrespect to me pronounce your name, I am dyslexic. But all these people here, I don't know exactly, we haven't actually got a figure on what Tomo's brought in, but I have actually been speaking to investors who are under his umbrella. All these individuals were told to set up their own LLC companies, to put a legal barrier between Goliath and the people who weren't allowed to talk about investment opportunities. All right. Now, why is that interesting? Because this license that they're telling all the investors to wait for wouldn't be just for Goliath. It would have to be for all the LLC companies underneath their umbrella. Because Goliath, in the clip that I'm about to play, is actually telling all the partners that they were to distribute the money for Goliath. And that means that they would also have to have an NSB license. But there's no, and now we've been told that they're asking people to provide tax information, and we've got a massive warning coming out about this. This video will probably go on for about an hour and a half, but I really want you guys to absorb what actually is happening so that you're not going to come back to me and say, oh, I thought they really were doing liquidity pool trading, or I thought they really were doing crypto mine trading, I thought they really were investing in blockchain technologies. Even on the website of Goliath Ventures here, if we come here, we can go to the homepage, and Christopher talks about how their acquisitions and their accomplishments. If you do your research like my Avengers have, all the acquisitions and these projects that they're talking about are actually all in Christopher's name. They're not in the company name, unless they've redone the contracts and we're not privy to it. But this is all a veneer to fool people into thinking that Goliath Ventures have invested in other projects, and that's why they can give you the 3 to 8% return per month that they promised. Now, it's just absolute lies. I'm going back to my point here. These bank accounts that are causing them all the grief is because the way they have been paying people is through bank accounts. That would not happen if the money was secure. They don't have any money at the moment. It's either been frozen, and that's why we do hold a little bit of hope. There could be a little bit of money in there, but not $500 million that we believe this Ponzi scheme and scam is. So what I'm really asking you guys to do is wake up. This company has been lying to you for the last 2.5, 3 years. They've been smoozing with people in the community. They have not been, there's no proof. No one's ever given us a few things. No one's ever given us any proof that there is any money secured anywhere. No one has ever given us any proof about Bitcoin mining, liquidity pools. He's paid $1 million to stand up on a stage with Patrick Ben-David saying that they want to help people to create passive income. They create passive income opportunities. If you research Patrick Ben-David, you'll find that this guy, these videos that are on their website have been pinched from another company that's doing water mine cooling. We've actually found the website developer, and we can see that they've switched out the logos and plastered their logos on top of these images. This company, this person has been committing a fraud. This guy has been working at In-N-Out Burger and got fired for stealing from the company. 5 years ago, the guy didn't have anything. This guy that you're looking at on the screen here was actually selling teeth whitening stuff and doing a bit of social media publishing. This guy is not a corporate. He's a nice guy, I'm sure, but nice guy who managed to get money out of people. So with all that information, that's why all these people have been scrubbed from the website. Now, you can't tell me that at the time when this company is meant to be doing the best it's ever done, able to hold a $5 million party for Christmas, telling people they were going to get paid a few days after the party, that they are doing the best they ever have. Why are they scrubbing people from their website? I mean, wake up, guys. Wake up, wake up, wake up. And as I've said in other videos, the clock is ticking. You haven't got all day long. Literally got people reaching me real time, asking me for help. Real time, my signal, I've got people who are reaching to me. So this is the lie. This is where these guys were telling you lies, and it's on video. Listen to this.
Say a couple times, working with attorneys and Chris, we've come up with Director of Partner Services for each one of you. No longer executive partners.
You made it to directors. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Good job, guys.
Congratulations, you've made it to directors. Oh my God, can you believe? I feel so sorry for a lot of the partners that are involved in Goliath Ventures. You might have been, persuaded to believe this was true from people like Tomo, who's got their own businesses, and they would have been leaning on you to believe that this was a real opportunity for you to become. Congratulations, you've just become partners. But you have to set up your own company so that there's a legal entity between you and Goliath. You just got done, guys.
Yes, you did it. We did it. We did it.
Business cards to follow.
And it's a laughing matter. Are you guys really going to take the fall for Christopher? There is still time for you guys to reach out to me. Look, go to deheck.com. You'll find all my contact details. Reach out to me on WhatsApp. You guys are going to take the fall for Christopher and Nick. These guys are going to do jail time. Do you really want to eat 3 meals? Is it 2 meals or 3 meals a day? I don't know. I haven't been in prison. But these guys are going to are you going to take the fall for Christopher? You've been handling money with no money license.
With that, that's the easy one. It's just a title change.
Just a title change. Move the liability legally to a title change. You become from executives to partners with Christopher's crime.
Yeah.
Some of the big changes are, which is to protect you and protect the company. Establishing, each director will establish their own LLC to do business with Goliath.
Why would he tell you guys to do that? And why the hell did you do it? Hindsight's a wonderful thing. I'm no genius when it comes to anything like crypto or how to set up companies, but I did used to own a business networking company for 8 years, and I did used to advise the small to medium-sized businesses how to set up themselves and give some degree. So I'm not completely a numpty, but I do know that if you're taking money from one entity and putting it into another, it could be crucial, it could be not legal.
So instead of individuals, you'll have a company. Creates a legal barrier. It's a limited liability company, which is good. The other thing that it does is it creates a clean way for you to be paid by Chris to serve your clients, which are ultimately Goliath's clients.
When I hear that, guys, I don't think, I've got you guys, all you partners, you're all going to go to prison, I sit here and I actually physically hurt. I actually feel for you guys, and I want to help you guys. I mean, at the end of the day, with all my experience, and I'll be completely honest with my gut feeling here, Nick and Christopher are definitely going to jail. You guys don't want to march that same road with them. Why would you be loyal? I mean, people like Tomo doing Instagram campaigns. I mean, we kids now. Hashtag Goliath Strong. Stay in the brotherhood. Why would you walk yourself off a cliff with an individual? You should be knocking at my door now, and you should be saying, I didn't know what I was getting involved on. I mean, I know Vince Garetta is now absolutely gutted. I know he's mortified. I know he's even trying to paint a picture as a victim. But these guys have brought in hundreds of thousands of dollars to Goliath Ventures. They are part of the structure of Goliath Ventures. This is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, Ponzi schemes in Florida at the moment. It's not going away. People are trying to scrub themselves from the website, scrub themselves, hoping that it can all go away. It's not going to go away because I won't let it. We've got 140 people on my persons of interest list. People that are reaching out to us, we've already got you in a database. People are saying, oh, now that I'm talking to you, can you? And I go, I'll do what I can, but you've got to talk to investigators. There will be a link that pops up here in a few minutes from Susie. In fact, I'll put it in there now. GVI, there's a link. It's a tinyurl.com, Goliath Ventures. So if you go to better get it right, tinyurl.com/Goliath Ventures Inc., you'll find a form. In that form, we ask you a whole lot of prudent questions. We want to know that information. You send us that. Zip up all the documents, all the correspondence that you've had with Christopher or your partner. Give them those documents, and we will zip them up. We will give them to the head investigators of this, and then what we'll do is we'll tell the investigators to ring you. And if you want, you can talk to me on the phone. You can ask me questions. We're no longer investigating whether this is a Ponzi scheme or a scam. We've gone to another level. We are now collecting evidence from people. We want the intel. We are actually on a mission to save the money that's left. Anything that we can get our hands on, any assets. We know Chris has bought 5 houses in Florida. We know that he's got 2 houses in Dubai. We know he's got a black Ferrari. We know he's got $4 million worth of vehicles. That's not going to be enough to cover the licenses, except we are going to sell the girlfriend's handbag because we've talked to her on the phone. She was quite useful telling us how lovely Chris is and how he's not doing anything naughty. But now we are very, we're not very good at speaking terms with her anymore. Just saying. Anyway, we've had a bit of fun along the way. So there's the video that you really want to listen to. And now I'm going to go back to my notes and see what else. So we know that Christopher's back in Florida. He's attempting to reassure the partners. Obviously, there's been arguments going on here. At the same time, we're seeing lifestyle optics that do not match the narrative investors are being told. So for example here, we received images showing Nick Petrillo and his family boarding a private jet for a celebration. One image reads, Dad's 70th celebration starts now. To be clear, we don't know whether Nick is currently on holiday or in Orlando. Now, this is the type of intel that we really value. We know that he now has a ranch, an $8.5 million ranch that he's bought with either the proceeds that are from his company that he listed publicly or sold, which was real shady when we looked at it. I'm just going to tell you what I know, some things on the top of my head, but this company was making loss after loss after loss after loss and no profit. And then all of a sudden it was listed and sold for a stupid amount of money. How does that work? The remains are unverified, so we don't know where he is, but this is where you might. Your intel is always interesting to us. Where is he dining? Where did he fly to? We didn't get the flight logs of this particular plane, even though we have recently been talking to pilots, and that will come out in a few minutes. But investors are asking a reasonable question. How does a private jet travel coexist when being told withdrawals are frozen, payments are delayed, or just wait? You know, it's been October, November, December, and now January has passed. In New Zealand, I can tell you there's no money being paid out, even though we have been receiving propaganda emails from anonymous people telling me that investors are getting paid. So we would like to hear from anybody that has been paid, because that is not going to change the narrative. And Christopher and your merry men, you are not in control of the narrative. The investigators who have been investigating this long before I come onto the scene, and also my Avengers, are in control of the narrative now. We are taking over what's happening with Goliath Ventures. We are in charge. So if you think you can send me emails trying to get me to post shit because you're trying to give hope to people, you've got another thing coming. Now, I can never receive this. Punit Shah is reported to have introduced $100 million in investors' funds into Goliath. Now, he's sort of set himself up a company, and he's now taking payments from Goliath and distributing it to his client base. And now all of a sudden, Goliath said, we're going to stop the payments. And now his investors are yelling at him. No doubt you would have to claim through his LLC company. We have got all those companies set up. We have been given access to some amazing software. Harry J. Samuels, he's been a fantastic aid to us. Every company that he has set up for you, we have tracked and monitored and grouped them all together. And I will show you some interesting things if I've got them on my screen, which I might do. So just for an example, we'll get into this in a minute. This company here is a company that we don't know exactly who this company is. Do you know who that company is? Well, look at the addresses. Now, down here, you've got Burks, and you've also got Petrillo. So Matt Burks and Nick Petrillo have set up a company together. Why would they do that? Any ideas? Here's another document. You know, so why are these companies, I can't actually make that any bigger. Yes, I can. Why are these companies, why do these companies exist? You know, this is where we spend hours and hours going through company registrations. You know, this company, I didn't put this in front of me. I only got this half an hour beforehand. We've had the name, but we never looked into it. But why are these companies set up? And why is Matt Burks, who's now been removed from Goliath Ventures website, associated to Nick Petrillo? You tell me. What's going on here? Something bigger that we don't know about? Well, this is exactly why we're doing this video today. We're giving you some stuff I haven't even begun yet. So despite investors not receiving payments since October, the explanations keep changing. Now, remember, you were told about an audit. Okay, how did that go? Are you just sitting there thinking, oh, yeah, that's right? Because the last audit from Matt Burke, who's now been removed from Goliath Ventures website, he said that in 2024, at all times, 115%, last time I said that, it sounded like 150%, but it was actually 115, so 115% of investors' funds were secured at all times. You know, in that audit that was done by the independent auditor, which is Matt Burke, who's now working theoretically for Onyx Reserve, another company that's claiming that they can invest, I think on their YouTube channel, they claim that they give, I think it's 6 to 8% return per month. Please do not go out there and double down and see if you can get your money back and invest in other companies that claim to give ridiculous returns on investments. At the moment, my Avengers and my team of people have actually been investigating Onyx Reserve, because Matt Burke is now meant to be on their advertising as their under operations team. So Matt Burks used to be a parish in the church on stage. They've scrubbed him from the website. This guy has claimed to be independent from Goliath Ventures. However, he produced an audit and told investors, don't you worry, 115% of investors' funds were always secured in 2024. He also made a claim that over $100 million was given out as dividends for investors in 2024. Then they told people that they had to invest over $100,000 because they needed to be credited investors. People that had invested less than $100,000 were not allowed to pool their money together, POOL, their money together to get up to the threshold because they weren't credited investors. However, we've got proof and documents to show that people did that, so they weren't squeezed out of Goliath Ventures. At that time, people were told that they would get 5% return. So on the 10th of December, an individual that had invested with Goliath Ventures for 12 months at 5% return received their full $100,000 back plus $79,000 of dividends back in 12 months investing because they compounded it on the 10th of December. Did you get money back on the 10th of December? Somebody did. If you want to find out who that person was, go into Orange County court records and search for cases and search for Danny DeHeck, and you will find the person's name in those court documents. They have done it to intimidate people. They want this person to be a witness so they can pressure me or pressure them into telling Goliath's lawyers who actually invested, who is bankrolling me to blow the top off this investment. That's what they've done that for. But that person was paid out in full. Now, I don't know that person, but I was surprised to find that information out, and it's credible. There's another individual that has also invested $15 million in Goliath. They originally put $1 million in, thought it was good, and then they put in what they call their life savings, $15 million. They got 2.8 around about out of Goliath and got the whole lot out. That person is also listed in the court documents. Now, for the record, there is no court case against Danny DeHeck. I have not done any wrong. I'm an investigative journalist based in New Zealand. The only reason they filed the court case in Florida, Orange County, was to intimidate investors not to speak up. And they've even asked the courts to subpoena my OpenAI and my Grok, which is AI, for those people who don't know what AI is, my search results. And they listed all the people they thought were providing me information to intimidate people for speaking up. These are the dirty tactics that these people are using to stop you opening your mouth and giving us information. We will protect you when you come to us. We will not use your name. We will not tell anybody. In fact, we'll let the investigators take over. But we want your documents. We want to know what you signed. We want those agreements because it's helping us in this investigation, which we know now is a large-scale Ponzi scheme and scam. And just to run it out a little bit more, ladies and gentlemen, I had two individuals knock on my door of my house. They managed to find where I live, and they offered me another deal. They've already previously offered me $150,000 to remove my videos and also name the person that they believe was bankrolling me. And they actually managed to stake out my house, find out where I live, and knocked on my door. Now, I'm videoed up here, so all that there is on video. They would not speak to me unless I didn't have my phone with me. I video these guys, and I've got the video, and one day it will make a great movie. But these guys are really serious, guys. It does concern me, but I'm here to fight this to the death. But these guys are not going to intimidate me. I will protect you. My Avengers will not name and shame you, but do not. We've got 140 people who are either investing or promoting Goliath Ventures Inc. It's time to speak up. You know, every time I get a new investor, which has been every day I get a new investor in. I'm not going to tell you too much more, but it is like, oh, nice to finally meet you, hear you, or your voice on the phone. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for coming here and telling me this. Now listen to my video. I'm not blowing anybody up. I'm not naming people who have invested. We want Christopher and we want Nick Petrillo behind bars. Now, if you're a partner in this and you want to be, you're thinking that Christopher's a good guy and he's going to save you from the investigators, you are so wrong. And if you need some reassurance, book appointment. I've been receiving messages from partners of Goliath Ventures wanting to talk to me on their terms. You don't have any terms to talk to me. I am here to help you. I will keep it anonymous. People are telling me they might know where the money is. Your theories have been blown out of the water. There's no, in my opinion, there's no money anywhere sitting there like Uncle Scrooge. And remember that picture in the Walt Disney magazines you used to have where they had their board and he's jumping into his pile of money? Unfortunately, we haven't found any pile of money. Who knows? If we're clever enough, if we get those crypto addresses and we find where Christopher's holding the money, Christopher can have a choice. Spend the next 30 years in jail or release the crypto wallet where you're holding the money you've stolen and we'll give it back to the investors. That could be a nice plea deal, but we can't find that pile of gold at the moment. We need more wallet addresses. So help us help you. Don't fluff around on this. Anyway, let me get back to my script. Nice to see you here. Ponzi Patrol, you're absolutely awesome. It's great to see you here. And I have been ignoring the chat room because I'm in quite a tense moment here. I'm trying to think methodically. Right, so that's a great bit of information. Florida has shield laws for journalists that says the journalist does not have to provide names of anonymous sources. That is very good to let people know that. Thank you, Ponzi Patrol. Now, if you don't know Ponzi Patrol, he is another YouTuber who actually has fought a lot of battles very successfully. And through his battles, we've reached out to him and it's amazing some of the stuff that you have uncovered is take my hat off to you. Now, I did hear one of the investors today tell me they have reached out to CoffeeZilla. I don't have any association with CoffeeZilla. We're not working together, so don't get that wrong. But CoffeeZilla recently did a Twitter post, and you can go there and see it on his X account. And then one of the investors told me today that he is actually talking to CoffeeZilla, which is great news because CoffeeZilla, he can do a video and get 9 million views. So imagine what he can do to explode this. Don't be sitting here on the fence, guys. That's all I'm going to say. So first we heard from Matt Burke. Matt Burke said that they did an audit and all that, well, I've just explained earlier, I'm not going to reiterate it. Basically, that audit was a joke, not true. And Matt Burke did say 115% of investors' funds were secured at all times. We don't know where that money is, and no correspondence from Goliath has there ever been any proof that any money exists. In fact, they're alleging at the moment that the partners think they know where the money is, and that is a load of bullshit. So now the most alarming thing of the last few days is I'm not a New Zealand tax agent. I'm not a tax agent, and I'm based in New Zealand, and I don't know how US law is done, but this is the most alarming. Now, I'm going to go through this in depth because this is just the announcement section of the video, and then we're going to have a look at the post I'm doing on my LinkedIn profile. So on X, I post stuff. On LinkedIn, I post stuff, and on the community area of my YouTube channel, I post stuff, and that's where if I get any of the latest news, it might be a little bit of a phishing exercise, but 90% of the information I get is truthful and factual, and I can't verify everything, but I'm giving you what I've got. Now, the partners, this is verifiable. This is 100% true, in my opinion. They have been asked urgently to submit W-9 and /1099 information, even though funds remain frozen. No distributions are occurred, no clear accounting exits shown where investors' money actually is. So that there is alarming. Now, I will actually flip to that now because I think this is actually really, really scary. But this is a Google form. I've forgotten who it was off memory, but if it's important, Susie will put it in the chat room. But Goliath Ventures here, the partners have been asking people to submit their information urgently. And this is horrible. This is total deception. This is bullshit. This is showing how deep these partners have got themselves into. This is disgusting. They are asking people to submit their personal details in these forms. They're telling people to put in their social security numbers, They are harvesting your information. They could use this information to set up credit cards or anything. But, you know, do you really think that these forms, now look at this, you know, social security number, a company that has just stolen, done a large-scale fraud in Florida, shut down the company on the 3rd of December, still operating in Florida, with telling people they have spent $8.5 million on offices that have been not stripped out, but nothing has happened. And now they're asking you to submit your social security numbers. And this is the actual screenshots from the form that Goliath Ventures partners are telling you to provide. Please, I don't even know how to express this, but I'm going to go into this a bit deeper. But I just wanted to make sure that I didn't miss the importance of not doing that. But the fact that you might have done that, that's shocking. But don't listen to these guys. They are unprofessional, not qualified. They don't have FinCEN licenses. These guys are just puppets on a string. They've been told to do this by Chris. This is all stalling tactics. As I can't stress this enough, you know, there's no money left. These guys are hoping that Christopher's not full of shit. They're having arguments with him in public restaurants. He's in Orlando. I'm hoping that he gets picked up and arrested before he scoots his way back to Dubai. If he ever comes back to America, I just don't see why he would risk it. People are telling me already now, why is this guy risking come back to Orlando? I know there was a couple of sports players. One invested over 500,000, another one 300 something thousand. You know, all these guys are now, you know, where is this guy? I know. But if you want to know his home address, let me know. Okay. Funds have been frozen, no distribution security. So the behavior is not reassurance. It is late stage pressure. And now this is critical. I really want you guys to listen. I can't actually show you this on the screen. Actually, I can show you this on the screen. And I'm sorry this video is going on a long bit, but I'm pretty sure. Do I think that GGC is 100% scam? I'm not going to get. I'm not going to. This is critical. I'm not going to get. What am I trying to say? I'm not going to get into another conversation. But yes, it definitely is 100% scam. We've got some amazing stuff. Now, this is the. If you go to, I'm not making much sense here. I was finding it very hard to press play today. All right, so this is the description of the video that you're watching right now. So when you go to these stupid descriptions, I'm going to give you a wee lecture why I don't like YouTube sometimes. If you come to this video, you can see this little wee tiny more button. Well, you need to click on it. When you click on it, I spend hours writing up these descriptions. So here is the description, and here is basically the blog that I should have written, which I haven't done. I might make one afterwards, but I don't think I will. Right down here. Now you'll see these crypto wallet addresses here, right? So this is what we want from you guys. So I'm going to carry on reading my script. It says, as part of this investigation, we've compiled a list of crypto wallet addresses that have issued distributions over time. These are we are actively seeking people who have received payments from any of the following addresses. Now, I know that's gobbledygook if you're not into crypto, but apparently a lot of money, the blockchain's a beautiful thing. And we will find the pile of money. If anybody is going to find the pile of money, it will be mates of crypto, not Crypto G. Crypto G is amazing. Susie Stealth is incredible. They are like dogs with a bone when they see a wallet address. They don't excite me. I've got some crypto, I think about $400 worth, apparently. They've even helped set it up for me, but I get donations sometimes in crypto and I don't know what to do with it. So I'm not a crypto genius. However, CoffeeZilla is friends with, I've forgotten his name, but he was on Netflix, and he's, so we've given these addresses to CoffeeZilla's friend, which I can't remember his name and I can't find it. But if anybody can find the money, we can. If there is money in crypto anywhere, these guys are clever. But remember, Christopher really used to work at In-N-Out Burger. No offense to anyone who flips burgers. But remember, he did get fired for stealing. So let's just say he's not the sharpest tool in the shed in some areas. Does he know how to hold a handshake and shake Kash Patel's hand, meet the Speaker of the House, meet Eric Trump, or get himself into the White House? Yes, he does. That's his strength. But when it comes to crypto, you know, he'll be asking people to help him set up this stuff. And we believe that we can open the can of oysters here, can of worms. But these are the crypto addresses. So if you have received funds from any of these addresses at any time, your information matters. Right now, our focus is clear. To follow the money, identify the flows, verify who was paid and when and why. So the dates you receive the money, other activity, there's always that smoking gun, and we will pick it up. But many hands make light work. You can share this information totally anonymous. Now, when I say that, if you come to my website and you click on Contact Us, there is a form on my website. And in this form, it is anonymous. You can put anonymous@gmail.com as the email address, and we receive tips from here on a daily basis. So go to my website, theheck.com, and give us the addresses that you have received investor funds from. And I'll just put that back, and I'll go back to my notes. I don't want to miss anything today. Where are we up to? Anonymous tips can start conversations. Wallet evidence moves investigations forward, especially a company that's theoretically all crypto-based. If you are an investor, partner, contractor, or professional connected to Goliath Ventures, and you have wallet addresses, transaction records, distribution confirmations, or contracts. Now, just think about this outside the square. We are how do I say? We are investigators. We are awesome, open source, intelligent investigators. Let's just say Christopher decided to get his car groomed, and he said, do you take crypto? And you went, if I have to, and you took a transaction. The address that he paid out may not be one connected to corporate, and we may find personal contracts. I'm not going to make assumptions that we can go into Binance, but even if it's a Binance wallet, please give it to us. We will, like a dog on a bone, hopefully find what it's connected to. So we want transaction records from anybody that has been dealing with Christopher, distribution, confirmations, communication, whatever. I've said that twice. Now is the time to come forward. This is not only about loyalty, it's about verification. We want to make sure, have I said that right?
Verification.
Oh my God, I'm getting better. It's about accountability. It's about protecting people who still are being harmed. I mean, we believe, when I first started doing these investigations, I got told by very prominent people that I'm going to hurt a lot of people by investigating this because they don't want to listen to the truth. Some people have mortgaged their houses. Some people are just in too deep. People have made themselves, if it was a murder investigation, a lot of people got blood on their hands. That's all I'm saying. So tea is hot in Orlando, but facts, not rumors, are what end a scam. So let's get into it. So that was my introduction for today's video. And now we're going to go through some of the posts that we received. Hello, Jelly Snack. Nice to see you here. And thank you for answering the person that asked if GG is a scam. If you're interested in what we're doing, when you go to Danny DeHeck's website, you click on the homepage, you come down to the bottom here, and you'll see blogs that we write. So just for the person in the chat room at the moment, if you go to theheck.com, you can come down here and you can read about other scams that we're currently investigating. So there is a scam down here at the moment about Robert Rolls. Is that the wrong one? Where has he gone? But there is a blog on GGG Coin, which is quite cool. I'm just seeing if I can find it quickly, and I'll check it out. There it is there. So the Professor Roberts, there's a whole blog about his company. He doesn't have gold, and he doesn't have a mine. He doesn't have licenses. He's been incarcerated for 6.3 years. So read that out. You can watch all the videos there if you don't believe us, but do take the time and watch those videos. We can show you people that have been investigating that. And we've recently come across a new YouTuber, which we call a friend of the channel. And her name is this YouTuber here. And if you go to here, she's been producing all these videos exposing the professor, which is really, really cool. So check out that video as well. And can read all about her, but she has been doing an amazing job at exposing the scammer he is. So that's all I'm going to say on that. Right, so now what I want to do, I just want to go through some facts. I've got quite a few tabs open. I'll go through some of the small stuff first. As I said, this guy So we've got Gary Rice, who's been associating with Stephen Davis. Stephen Davis, we've done a video on him in the past. When you go to Goliath Ventures, Stephen Davis, ironically, I noticed a Facebook post just recently, and I noticed that he was still promoting that he had been in Business Insider magazine, but unfortunately Business Insider magazine was notified by yours truly, and this is relevant to what we're going to have a look at the moment. So here I am sitting on my cruddy Porsche. I don't actually like that Porsche. I'd never own one that color, just saying. But in this very video here, you can actually see, we'll actually have a clip where you can actually see how Steve Davis was actually showing off that he was in the Business Insider magazine. And this article that you're looking at here was actually mentioned in the sponsored article, and now the Business Insider magazine has removed that article, and it's been removed. However, when we investigated Steve Davis, he's a fireman, and he's associated with other firemen. So he's most famous for the Something Alpha podcast and the like. So if you go to my, anyway, so there's an Alpha, well, I don't even know how to explain this now, but there was, these guys are all hanging out together. So Stephen Davis was just a humble fireman, got a great community behind him. A lot of people respect him in the community, but now he's got involved in Goliath. A lot of the people he was trying to lean into Goliath Ventures actually are prominent people. And we did catch him on a podcast just a couple of days ago, which was filmed a year ago. And we did find a lot of people that had been given us a hard time when we first started investigating this, who are associated with him. But also we're finding other people like Gary Rice. He's involved, and as I showed you just a second ago, you can actually see that he's involved with Tomo. Tomo was notified about this video before we went live. So they're all in bed together. So what we're doing is now we're starting to get less and less pieces of the jigsaw puzzle, but the picture is extremely clear. So any evidence, these guys, this was filmed, this was 3 days ago. So these guys are out there showing off their assets. Now, would you be showing off your, whatever this is, McLaren car, while other people are sweating because they've realized their investments is gone? The answer to that is no. Right, so Tomo, who we know is in Orlando at the moment, we know that he is still frequently. We know that where his premises are. So there, and we do know that he's removed Goliath Ventures from his Instagram account, but we still know that he is still on the Goliath Ventures website. So why is that relevant? Well, there was videos that we've done previously that you can go back and have a look at, and you can actually see that these guys, he was encouraging everyone to be strong just before they had the big event in Miami. So here's your cars here. Here's partners in another scam called My Liquidity Partners, identical mirror scam to SEC had a field day. This guy got 2 years in prison. He fled to Dubai after asking the judge if he could have his passport back before he went to prison to clean up some affairs in Dubai. He got there, finished up, got connected with some other mortgage fraud and got incarcerated for 6 months in Dubai. He's been out for 2 months now. I've received a legal letter from him claiming that he doesn't want any association with Christopher whatsoever, but he is now trapped in Dubai because he owes somebody some money in Dubai and they've taken his travel card away from him. So Nick, this guy that's been incarcerated already in Dubai and also charged for 2 years in prison. I don't know the full story, do your own research. And here he is with Christopher. Now, their companies, even though they claim they're not connected, their domain names were registered 20 days apart from the same GoDaddy register, which is a bit unusual. So are they connected? Well, going by what they were promoting and what fell over, it's pretty much exactly the same as what Goliath Ventures is. So you can go there and have a field day. Lots of celebrity association, lots of alcohol being drunk. We've heard Christopher's been spending up to 6 figures a night on alcohol at some bars. We've heard that he's gone to bars in Dubai and not paid the bills. He's walked out. Don't know how that worked, but anyway, that's what we got told. So even currently we've been investigating the connections with this guy, Romy, R-O-M-O. We've got photos of him with the Alexander brothers. Now, go and search the Alexander brothers and see what they have been accused of lately. 30 women have come forward and complained about their behavior. We believe that these guys are connected to something together. We don't know. Well, we're not going to tell you what we know, but you can do your own investigation if you want to spend 70 or 80 hours a week for the next 4 months of your life and do your own investigation. But these guys are associating together. That's my point. Come down here. We've got people like Jay Newton, who used to be in the chat room abusing the crap out of us all the time when we were going live. All of a sudden, when we discovered who he was, all the crap stopped as well. Now, this guy's meant to have brought in over 120 million for Canadians. Canadians just recently have been pitched Goliath's investment opportunities offered 8% return per month. That's because they've got no money to pay investors. It's a Ponzi scheme. They're looking for new money to pay old investors. That's how Ponzi schemes work. But if you come down here, you can go through all the blogs. I mean, I might do this at the end, and I don't want to get distracted, but we've got Matt Burks now working for another company that's also claiming to give stupid returns per month. This is the origins of Goliath. This one here was one of the bigger blogs that we did. I've done 30 blogs to help investors from getting scammed. We've got celebrity photos. We've got, the history of these guys is ridiculous. Unfortunately, guys, as much as you don't like a whistleblower, I get a lot of hate mail. I get a lot of love mail. I get a lot of people hugging me when they realize I've been scammed. They want my help. And now they're coming to me. People, partners of Goliath, are coming to me asking if they can talk to me on their terms. And I'm going, I'm here to protect everybody. But unfortunately, you might have left it a little bit too late, before I can actually do something. So it's unreal. So the first thing I wanted to look at was probably yesterday's video. I've forgotten where I've lost my train of thought a little bit, so I apologize. And it is hard to be like we're doing a movie while I'm recording this live, but I want to be full transparent. So first thing I want to focus on was the argument that we heard and what was reported by people at the events. So we're just going to actually get my computer to read that, just so we've got it covered in this video, and I've got it documented for whatever reason. But listen to this.
There are reports that Christopher Delgado and Punit Shah were involved in a heated argument at 60 Vines restaurant, Orlando, Florida, USA, on the 29th of January. Multiple sources indicate that the dispute centered around non-payment issues and the increasing pressure being placed on senior partners of Goliath Ventures Inc. This confrontation follows a series of events that investors are now openly questioning. On the 12th of December, Goliath Ventures Incorporated hosted a lavish corporate Christmas party in Miami, reportedly costing around $5 million, with Jason Derulo performing for investors. Just days later, on the 15th of December, Christopher Delgado traveled to Dubai. Delgado then attended the Electric Daisy Carnival, EDC, held the 16th to the 18th of January, 2026, at Rhythm Park, Phuket, where reports indicate approximately $150,000 was spent on corporate tickets and entertainment. He has since returned to Florida, where he is now reportedly attempting to reassure partners and promoters, many of whom are being actively squeezed by investors demanding payments to resume. Punit Shah is reportedly responsible for introducing over $100 million in investor funds into Goliath Ventures Incorporated. Despite this, investors have not received payments since October. The explanations for the delays continue to change. Investors were initially told payments were frozen due to an audit.
Thanks for telling me about the echo. Oh, echo off and back. Hopefully that will come back. Hopefully, yep. Okay, I don't know if that fixed the problem, but there might be a little bit of an echo, which I don't know why that's happened sometimes. It's just so unpredictable. Anyway, is that better or worse?
More recently, the justification shifted again, this time citing the absence of an MSB license.
Yeah, no, that's cool. So basically the last part of this is basically asking people to come forward. Obviously, these guys are having arguments in the public. Great. Now, we did bring up 60 Vines. Perfect. Is that better? Oh, good to know. Oh, that's good. So I just had to click that into play. Isn't that funny? I took it off, took the button back on, and all fixed it. But obviously, these guys having arguments. To be honest, I don't actually know whether it was this Indian guy, but we did hear that Casey and another individual was meeting Chris. So I'm only assuming it was him because the person and the confirmation we got was telling me it was an Indian guy. So I may be wrong, and this means this would come out. But the argument here, the reason I posted this is I really wanted people to think outside the square and think, well, obviously they're having a public argument about what else would he be arguing about at the moment. There's a lot of pressure on partners. So the next one that I posted yesterday on my LinkedIn was about the alpha. Now, Susie did put Raising Alpha's project. Now, they did actually put a video out. And here's, I think, maybe that wasn't it. Did I not put it right? So there was maybe it's this one. I'll have a wee look. No, it's not. Did we not put the link to the video, Danny? Well, that's not very good. So there was a video on their website where these three individuals, and I will actually find it if you don't mind. Let's go here. Let's go there. Now you're going to see what I like looking at on the internet. Hopefully this is any good. But let's see. Got to make the noises. I like Judge Judy. She's my favorite. Stephen McCullough. Oh yeah, that was funny. There it is. So this is the video. And this is the individual.
People is, you're the most uncomfortable and the most miserable person, but you get to do it all and see it all and be a part of it, and that's what I wanted. So
for the listeners who don't really understand kind of the firefighter lingo, so first off, you had mentioned Station 42. It's one of the busiest stations.
So these guys got together, and this was a year ago. So you've got Steve Davis. I don't even get his name right, but the bald-headed guy, is he there? But they're all. I'm assuming they used to be all firemen. That what I'm getting right? Yeah, this guy here. So basically, this is quite interesting for me. I mean, so this guy here, I mean, innocent investor should have, on the 3rd of September, he was criticizing me and my judgment about the content that I'd put, my first blog exposing Goliath Ventures, and basically defending them. And now, and this is a good example to other investors. I mean, I'm not going after this guy. In fact, I'll help him as much as I can. But this particular individual was berating me publicly on LinkedIn, and I'm thinking, well, okay. And now we're going back to these individuals and asking them questions, because we've found out since, and I'm pretty sure I read my notes wrong, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure, but this guy's invested in Goliath as well, like a lot of people have, and that's okay. But I'm going back now looking at the comments from these people going, oh, hold on a minute. You invested in Goliath Ventures. Do you want my help? And I'm not saying he's reached out to us, whatever, you can draw your own conclusions. But these guys' job, this guy here, these people have been in photos where, if you go back to my original blogs, you've got photos of these guys encouraging people to be strong, and the brotherhood and the alpha, the alpha project is all about men being men. And I think it's quite disrespectful to women. But these guys were blowing steam up everyone's backsides, telling them they need to be true brothers in the brotherhood. Tomo's out there doing all these. I don't even know if I've got the photos anymore. I wish I had the photos, but I'm trying to bring them up. But there's a video. Sorry, I'm not making much sense here. But there is a photo of these guys all together. Now, this is a phone call that's just come in. And Susie is one of my Avengers, and she's been helping us with the investigation, and she asked if she could join me. She'll have some insight. David, thank you, was it? How you going, Susie? Can you hear us all right?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can. Nice to have you here. I'm trying to make this as good as possible, and things are popping into Danny's brain all over the place, but we are. So, nice to have you.
Happy to listen to you here. I wish I could get on Ecamm, but I don't know why it's not working.
Oh, maybe I haven't got it on. You're more than welcome to do Ecamm if it works better. We can actually give you the link. Did it not? I might not actually have it open. Let's have a look. Interview.
It says waiting for host.
I haven't got it on. No, it's me. Do you want to do Ecamm instead?
Yeah.
All right, let's do that. No, I didn't have it on. Here I'm telling everyone they can join me. There she is. All right, I'll catch you on that. Won't be a sec.
Buddy.
Bye. Sorry about that. I'll just make sure she hasn't got a camera on. It's good. Yep. All right. So we'll put Susie up here. Now, Susie has helped us in a lot of investigations, and hopefully she can hear me all right. And I'll put you up there. She might be trying to find the mute button. Where did I get to?
Hello.
Oh, that's nice.
Can
that
you hear
sounds
me?
really good. I can. It sounds good. I'll just make sure you're not dominating me a little bit. Put you down to about 80%, and we should be good. Yeah. So what have you? What you wanted to jump on stage? You must have something you want to either help me correct or some insights.
No, just keep going. I thought maybe we could go through the wallet addresses in a little bit and show people what we can see.
Oh, that'd be
Be
brilliant.
completely transparent. If people are not savvy in looking at where these things have led, we can show them.
Yeah. I mean, it's, like I often talk about a team of Avengers, and we do have a large team of Avengers. And I often say that I spend 70 to 80 hours a week fighting this, but I'm not the only one, and I'm not trying to take all the credit. It's just the amount of people that have a real, I don't know, desire is the right word, for justice or, saving victims, not listening to lies. We're trying to help people here, but it does give me more credibility when people know there is other people who are fighting this with me. And I call them unspoken heroes. So, take that as a compliment, Susie. I really value it. What I just want to do, so what I was getting at with this situation here, you may think we haven't got you on our files, but we have. And when we see these guys, I'm trying to think, this guy here, is he a victim? Or is he someone who was helping Chris build a empire so he could steal your money? Who really knows? But these guys are firemen, and now all of a sudden they're becoming financial advisors for people and telling them what to do with their money. The Steve Davis, I don't know if we can say, but did we find out who was sending out those, that Google Doc? Who was sending out telling people to fill out the W-9? Do we want to name that person, or did we
I've
have
heard
that?
of a few different, but one of the individuals that I believe was sending these out was Mike Shimlewski.
Right. So the Canadian.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
would be strange because why would a Canadian need to fill that out? They wouldn't. It says, if outside the US, do not fill out this form. So is there another form?
Yeah. So, and as I said to you before we went live, I just want you guys to know, like, Susie being on here is everything to me. We speak probably 2 or 3 hours a day, and we go through everything with a fine-tooth comb, trying to find as much information as we can. And just before we went live today, I said, can you please explain to me why somebody should or shouldn't fill out this form, and what does it actually mean? So I'll just, before you say something, Susie, this is crazy, but I was scheduled to go live at a certain time, and and then all of a sudden Susie says, "Oh, look, you've got to." She explains it so wonderful for me that I finished up doing another LinkedIn post just before we went live, explaining to people not to do this. So this is the post here, explaining it in detail why no one in their right mind would actually do what they've been asked to do on that Google form. And it breaks down every aspect of why it would be a silly idea. And more importantly, probably why people should listen to us rather than I don't want to be disrespectful to firemen, but, like someone who's not educated, doesn't have a money transmitting license. They're not qualified to actually tell you what to do with your money. And unfortunately, if Christopher has gotten their ear, he's probably more qualified than the average bear, and he's probably looking for stalling techniques so that you will distance yourself from your money. But when we get, people telling you to fill out your social security number on a Google form as some sort of thing that you should have actually done previously if it was needed anyway, it's quite gutting.
Absolutely. And just as I had said earlier in the chat, and if anybody was watching, it's not safe to put that type of information on a form. Well, especially your social security number or social insurance number. These are pieces of information that you don't want other individuals to have. And if they were doing this in a credible way, they would be using a service, not a Google form.
Yeah.
They would be using a service that was meant to collect that type of information, and you would know that it was secure. Sending it on a Google form is not secure.
Well, it's
So
anonymous, isn't
would
it?
not recommend ever doing that.
Because you can't actually find out who owns those forms, or you don't know it's going off to anybody. You know,
Well,
and
that too. I mean,
Yeah.
you might know that the person that it was sent from, but
Yeah. And the
do you want
alarming
to
thing,
trust that?
the alarming thing is as well, Susie, is we actually had. I've got another individual who's going to give me back in access to a Goliath, and we go in there, and you've uploaded, your wife's ID, your driver's license, your passport. You've put your home address, all the information that they've got on you. And now, so if I was to go and set up a credit card with the bank or Wise's bank, because they have been receiving money from them, I could use those same details. Because what do they ask you when you create a credit card? Your social security number, your home address, your passport, all this information often can be used to create different credits. Who's saying that they're not going to? I mean, I know that this has happened in previous games, and this is why we say it now. And it's unheard of, and you can't believe sometimes that these things happen. But identity theft is a real thing. These scam companies will sell your data. Sam Lee, I was in Bloomberg, and I was busting a $1.9 billion scam. Sam Lee was on a stage telling people that he has 500,000 people's names and details and KYC details in a database. And, he was alleging that this database was of great value. Why would your personal details grouped together be of great value to a scammer? Just putting it out there. It is. And even though you might not comprehend or you don't think Chris is capable of this, I don't know what you think, but just don't give away your personal details, because it leaves you less personal details to be an individual on the planet. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yesterday we did have, obviously, the argument with Chris, and as I said, I posted this on my LinkedIn. We did have what we found, an individual that was berating us on LinkedIn when we initially started busting Goliath Ventures, and now I found out that that person is actually an investor, and we've managed to figure that out. We've also managed to find another investor who's invested $723K with Goliath Ventures, and they don't know what to do. And that's what prompted me to actually write this novel here on my LinkedIn account, because we're trying to find that individual and trying to say to people that may be sitting on, I can just hear noises in the background, and no one is home. Just saying that out loud. Must be Pixel. Yeah, he must be Pixel walking around. All right. But if I disappear suddenly, please call the police if you know where I live. But anyway, so then the next thing is, oh, there he is. Pixel, sit down here so I can hear the noises. Good boy. So this is a joyride where we're going off to celebrate Dad's 70th birthday. I mean, how do you feel when you see people like Nick going on a joyride in a private jet? Now, these things are $160,000 to $300,000, wherever you're flying to hire. He's spending money. This guy's bought an $8.5 million ranch. Whereabouts has he bought that? Is it in Florida?
Yeah, it's in Florida.
Yeah.
I believe it's a town called Eustis, Florida.
Yeah.
I'm
And
not
there's
sure
anyone
what
like me
county
who'll
that's in.
regret that one day, because I had a horse ranch once. The horses are like colanders, mate.
Maybe we can have some folks go over and visit him.
Yeah. Why aren't you guys doing that? I mean, I know people are watching us now, but why aren't you guys asking us, if you don't already know, why aren't you confronting these guys? I mean, you're never going to get a chance to do anything by sitting here on the fence. But if I'm not saying
And just
vigilantes,
if anybody's not aware, I mean, if there are people that are watching that are actually in Florida, this information is public information. Anybody can find that out. So go do some searching. If you
Yeah.
have a house there yourself, you should know where to find your own records for tax purposes.
Yeah. This is like this is just one page of our database. This is information we have. Tomo's watching this right now. I know you are, Tomo, and you're a big burly guy who's too scared to even come on a live and talk to us and defend yourself. I mean, people like this disgust me, especially Tomo. I mean, he's very public. We've got a database on him. We know a lot about him, but he's too coward to even come on a live and defend Goliath Ventures. But if you went back 6 months, this guy was, the sun shines out their bottoms. He's telling and endorsing everything that Goliath Ventures has done. He's telling people to stay tight, stay in the brotherhood, the alpha mentality. And now what's happening? He's scrubbing Goliath from his business. He's still listed on the Goliath Ventures website. But why? We've got a list of all the people that were involved, 18 people. I don't know if we can count Lee and Howie, travel director, but all these other people here. Just before we went live, I sent a text to Nick, Petrillo, Alex. I don't have Matt Burks' phone number yet. I sent it to...
I think you might have his phone number.
I wish I did. I would have sent him an invite. Did we give him a ring? Yeah. Hey, I tell you what, though. Wouldn't it be fun to ring up... why don't we ring up Tomo now? You up for it? You can just listen. Great. Good on you, Susie.
I'll just listen.
Yeah, please.
But you should check your signal also.
Okay, all right.
There might be some presents in there for you.
Oh, you're awesome.
Some gifts.
Incoming. What have we got here? Sorry. I just got excited. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Well, let's ring them all. Let's do it. I mean, you guys want to fight, you want us to, like we do this full time. This is not my only scam. We've been doing this for 5 years. I'm currently investigating over 200 Ponzi schemes and scams. This is my database, which isn't public. These are 200 scams that we're investigating at the moment. Part of the thing that the Avengers are really good for is actually contacting, ringing up individuals and saying g'day to them. So I'm going to see if Matt Burke, he's the one I want to speak to the most, because he's now working for another company, theoretically, representing another company. And that company reached out to us originally and said, oh, no, we didn't know anything about him. We didn't know.
Yeah, can we pause there for a second?
Yep.
Not so much on that one. I don't really care about that right now, but that Florida listing that you had shown earlier with Nick Petrillo and Matt Burks. What was that name? EQUISEN?
Yep.
Come on now. I mean, Black Block sounds like Black Rock, and EQUISEN sounds like some other companies too. What exactly is going on here?
So you're talking about this name that I've got on the screen? That one there?
Yeah, EQUISEN. There's a company called Equifax. There's another company and those are the Equifax would be a legitimate entity, right? But EQUISEN, what are you trying to do? Why are you using names that sound very similar to other credible, legitimate companies?
Oh yeah. I mean, see, this is why the Avengers work well as a team, because we all think different. And it's just another day in the office when companies impersonate other companies. But Black Lock, My Wealth, Wealth Management MD, Wealth MD is now, they've got a domain name called My Wealth MD. And these are all companies that are credible. And unfortunately, some people just don't pick up on that. But every day, I didn't even know there was a company that was similar to that one, but they just pass off other people's names. And it's breathtaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have is this EQUISEN? Is that what that is?
EQUISEN.
Scroll up.
Ooh, that one there. EQUISEN.
Yeah, EQUISEN. I mean, we had one of our guests here in the chat say EquiVest. That's another legitimate company, and it just seems very strange that this is.
So who are we going to ring first? Do we ring up?
That's what they do to obfuscate and confuse you.
Yeah, I'm wondering who we should ring up first here. First of all, let's. I want to ring up Matt Burke because he's the one I want to see. Let's see if he's got a Matt Burke. Burke. Oh, what did we call him? Matthew? Did we? Let's have a look. Matthew Burke. Oh my God, he's got an iPhone.
He might have a WhatsApp also.
Does he? Let's ring him up. Let's see what he does. FaceTime. What if he's out enjoying the life? Here we go. We'll ring him up. Here we go. Ringing up Matt Burks now. Ask him why he decided it would be a good idea to tell everyone to set up an LLC company. Matt, why aren't you answering the phone? So to put it in perspective, Matt Burks, and this was him being promoted in an Onyx team as part of the Onyx team. And Tom, don't want to talk to us, Matthew. Why wouldn't Matthew want to talk to us, do you reckon?
Maybe it's because he's watching. Hi, Matt. How are you?
Yeah, I'll put my hand up. I'll do it.
You don't want to join us? You can jump on stage too.
Might do a video call so you can see me. Yeah. It's just incredible, though. I'm just actually going to send him a link just to make sure he is, because we know most of them are. Copy Matt Burks. And then I'll put a join link, just so people know. I mean, like if we've got this terribly wrong, then why aren't these guys defending themselves? Are they claiming that there's a lawsuit going on? Well, they're claiming there's a lawsuit against me, and there's no lawsuit. There's nothing. They've filed papers to intimidate investors. No New Zealand High Court judge has ordered me to go and appear in the courtroom, and that is all intimidation techniques. So Matt doesn't want to talk to us. How many people wouldn't answer their phone? I mean, it's crazy. So now I want to do Piers Curry as well. And see these big boys who have been big-time investors telling you guys what to do with your money. And then all of us, I've already got Piers Curry in here. How come he's got two numbers? That's interesting.
Try them both.
Whoa. And he's got an iPhone as well. Sorry, that. Let's just go and let's just.
He also has a WhatsApp.
Oh my goodness! What are my vendors? We'll find you. So if you want to hide and sit on your hands, you're going to be part of the investigation. If you want to help us with the investigation, it may save you. That's all I'm saying. And it's not a threat. It's just we don't care. We honestly don't care about anything other than getting Chris, I can speak for Chris, Matt Burks, Piers Curry, Nick Petrillo, all behind bars for running this disgusting Ponzi scheme. All the other people we're hoping will give us intel to lock these guys up, So that's what I want to do anyway.
We just don't want anybody else getting hurt, period.
Exactly
There's been
right.
enough loss here that people should be coming forward now, either to us or to the authorities, to make sure that their story is heard.
Yeah, what you said.
That's an old photo you have there, Admiral.
Of who?
Of the Onyx Reserve.
Oh, well, they removed him, and then they put him back.
They did?
Yeah, and then they put him
he's
back.
still gone. I'm on their site right now.
And can you give me the link?
Not there. Sure.
Yeah, because this guy, Eric, or whatever his name was, reached out to me and basically said that they'd taken them off. And then I go back there and it's back on again. I thought, oh my goodness. And it was begging me not to mention their names before we went live. All right, so I'm going to ring up Piers Curry now and we'll see whether he wants to answer. And I'll also give him a link to join us. Now, he won't be very good tech savvy because he's not even a financial advisor. He's just, I don't know, he just uses too much hair product.
I just sent you a link, but I can't send it in the chat for some reason.
Oh, you don't use that chat. Can you do it via, yep, I got it. I've got 1, 2, 3 screens in front of me right at the moment. Okay, so that's good. So
Busy, aren't you?
Yeah, this is exciting for us. All right, so it is actually a real head thing, this. I mean, I don't even know. So Onyx Reserve, which we are currently investigating, and we're not saying they've done anything wrong. We know they've filed some pretty snazzy paperwork, but not all the paperwork you would expect to see for a company that's making some pretty outrageous claims. And if you come down here, this is the man behind the scene. So do not go and reinvest in another company thinking you can trade your way out of the disaster you've got yourself into, because 60% of the people that we help do that. And it's disgusting. And do not come to us thinking we can get your money back when you've played around on a massive game of Monopoly, because it's unfortunate you can. Oh my goodness. So they've got these on here. Where is he? Isn't he in here? Where is he? Did they take them out? So where is he on there?
He's not there. He's gone. That's what I was trying to tell you. He's no longer in there.
Oh, but he was back because they just did. I did a post just recently on LinkedIn, and we can show that he was back in with them recently. But obviously, it's a yo-yo situation. Who would want to have Matt Burke being associated to them right now? Anyway, goodness me, I post too much, don't I? If you haven't reached out to me on LinkedIn, follow me. You'll get the latest and the greatest. I've actually had up to 1 million people view my content in a month once. Oh, there we go. There's Mike and his new Ferrari. Great stuff. Look, I've got a beard. There's Christopher telling everyone he's got an $8.5 million project going on in the Chase building in Orlando when he's closed his company down on the 3rd. But in here somewhere.
How is 180 South Orange Avenue these days?
Yeah, I know. It's like you can't cry over spilt milk. That was a different reserve. Where a minute's changed. Oh, you've got too many here. But there, we've definitely got, because I've kept the photos, but I did a post about it. Oh, look, you can even get Christopher, who was sneaking back to Dubai on a peasant flight without his jet. We caught him in the airport. We've even got dolls of Christopher and Jason Girillo that you can buy your doll collection. There's Tomo. He's the man. He's just loving me giving him some highlight. There he is talking to the media. But yeah, so you'll just have to trust me on that one, guys. Oh, there's a gold scam.
I have to wonder about Tomo. Perhaps maybe he'll come forward, Danny.
Well, I hope anyone comes forward. Look, there he is there. So this is the event. And there's Tomo wearing his white suit. He likes white. He looks good in white, Tomo. Oh, look at this. These are drinks. All this party time. Goodness me. And I'll tell you something interesting, guys. We had Avengers in there. You know, there's a $30,000 a $30,000 can I be on stage with them? They reckon it costs $30,000 or $50,000 to be standing next to Jason while he's playing like that. And this was the night before the event. Oh dear. Oh, there we go. So, oh yeah. So this might be, yeah, so that's the post there. And that was the original one. And then we got an update of their pitch deck. I've got it somewhere else, but definitely Onyx Reserve. So if we went to Onyx Reserve, we'll just do an old Danny one. Let's go to archive just to see whether it managed to catch a few weeks ago. Oh, yeah, that tells you a lot, doesn't it?
Relatively new, so
yeah. Look,
maybe
no, hardly no one. But you know, you can go back here, and sometimes we're really lucky in what we can find. Right click. It's hard. Oh, there we go. Oh my goodness, owned by Chinese, was it? Oh my goodness, Onyx Reserve was owned by Chinese at one point. Doesn't that give you a lot of faith? Oh, well, that domain name must have come back.
It's kind of like Goliath Ventures. You can find their name in Florida records, too. They were originally owned by somebody else also. And then when that registration lapsed, it was scooped up by Christopher Delgado.
Yeah, so that's exactly right. So the original domain name was registered 20 days apart from Goliath. and then it died and expired, and then it got renewed again later on. I think that's what we were getting at, wasn't it? I can't get to any other dates. So this, oh my goodness, it's got all sorts of rubbish on here. So Onyx Reserve. So what's it? The Onyx Reserve. Don't they call it something else as well now? Onyx? There must be another domain name. Oh dear, but I don't think we need to tell you how to suck eggs on that one. We'll get rid of that before we get done. But these guys here either have, well, they definitely have been promoting Matt Burks. Who did we ring so far? We've run Matt Burks and we've run Piers Curry, but we haven't run Tomo yet. So let's ring up Tomo and see if he wants to answer his phone. It might be too late for him and he might be smoking a cigar. I don't know, but let's see if he wants to.
Do you think Stephen might answer?
Who's Stephen? Stephen. Oh, yeah, could. Or Stephen Davis. All right, let's do a ring there. I mean, sometimes I just get abused, but so be prepared. Ringing up Stephen Davis now. It's good to have their phone
I'll
numbers.
plug my ears.
Yeah.
La 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 la.
And if they don't answer, you do wonder why, don't you?
Hello.
Yeah, g'day, Steve, is it?
What's up, Danny? What's going on?
Oh, you are watching. We were hoping to get somebody.
I'm not watching, but you're recording me now, aren't you?
Mate, we're doing better than that. We've got 90 people in a chat room, and
That's awesome.
yeah. So,
hey, when are you going to start? When are you going to start telling the truth?
Well, you tell us the truth, mate. We're all ears.
No, you tell us the truth. Why do you keep making lies on everybody? You're scaring everybody away. Why are you doing that, man?
Oh, okay. So, can you prove that their money is secure? Because everyone's wondering at the moment.
Have you proven it to anybody? You haven't proven anything.
All
and
right.
how did you get my number? I don't consent to you recording me.
Oh, it doesn't matter here, mate. I'm a New Zealander. Different laws.
I know it doesn't, but now you've got it on recording.
Okay, then. Well, you tell us, mate, how I've got it wrong. We're all ears.
No, I want you to tell us what you found because you're not telling us anything.
Well, how do I know? So you're telling me that there's no problems or no problems with Goliath Ventures?
Why are you not giving the evidence that you have? Why do you keep hiding behind your lies?
What lies?
Your lies.
Well, give me an example. I've asked you to prove the money's there. You don't want to.
Everything that you're doing.
Well, okay. Well, give me an example.
Tell us.
No, I'm asking you for an example. You're saying I'm telling lies. Are you telling me that?
You to tell us exactly what you have been saying for 4 or 5 months. Where is the evidence? Show everybody.
Oh, I'm more than happy to prove it to you, mate. And why haven't you reached out to me sooner and put me right? Don't overtalk me, mate.
Anything.
Yes, I have. And I'll do it right now.
And you're scared. You're scared that our lawsuit is going to come at you.
You haven't got a lawsuit, mate.
We do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, we do, my friend.
You don't have any jurisdiction over me.
Yeah, that's why you were scared when we had people over there.
Oh, so you're admitting to that?
We have business over there.
No, why was I scared? Because you have people over there.
Danny, tell us exactly where the evidence is.
So this is Steve Davis. Is that your name? And you're a fireman.
Danny, what the heck?
Oh, I've never heard that word. Even my podcast was called What to Hear at one time. So hold up, Steve. You're a fireman, right? Stephen, if this is going to be a two-way conversation, you need to listen, Stephen.
Two-way conversation. I'm going to run the conversation.
Okay, go for it, mate. You just keep going.
200 views that you get every day. That's what you're happy about? Dude, you have nothing.
There's a hashtag called Danny Strong, mate. Maybe you should support me and be a viewer. So because I get 200 views a day, you're telling me I'm not allowed to blow a scanner?
Dude, I got that. Thanks for posting the last video of me. It just got another 1,000 views.
Hey, you had that taken down by Business Insider. How come was that? How come your sponsored article?
You blind copied me because you're scared that they knew, but they know I know. So I've already reached out to them. It's going to get put back up.
Oh, it's got put back up and then it got taken down again. So what is it? Yo-yo time.
It's going to get put back up again. It's going to get put back up again.
Your sponsored article. How's your book going, mate? You got 7 reviews and 2 of them are bad.
Here's the thing, Danny. Is you continue to harass people.
I don't harass people. I save people from getting scammed, mate. And
no, you don't save nobody. You don't save anybody. When are you going to start?
Why did your article get taken down? Why did your article get taken down, Steve?
People the truth. When are you going to start?
What is the truth?
People?
What is the truth? You tell us the truth. Why have investors' funds been blocked for 4 months? Tell us, Steve. Steve, start manning up, put your uniform on, and tell people why their money's been frozen for 4 months.
You read from a screen that is all
I'm talking to you.
Driven. No, you read from a screen. We all know it. You can barely speak English. You barely can speak. You can barely speak. Everyone's tired of your nonsense. You can see that your views are going down and down and down.
I'm not doing it for views. You have zero. If I have one views, I can still, even with one view, I can take down David Goliath, mate. Even with one view.
Danny,
I'm not here for views, mate.
You continue to harass people. You continue to.
Where's the money, Steve?
You've reached out to all
people here are asking you right now, where is the money of Goliath? Answer the question.
I don't know. You tell them. Tell them.
I don't know where it is. No one does.
You're this prime investigative journalist. Show us where it is. If you're supposed,
mate, you're just using deflection techniques. You are the one.
You're using.
You're calling me a liar, but you've got no proof there's any money left. This is the best you can do.
You have shown us nothing. You have shown us nothing.
You've shown us nothing.
You see, you can't even comprehend what anybody's saying because you have to use a voice activated chat. You're ridiculous, Danny.
Personal insults. Is that where you've got to?
Us nothing. You are showing
Danny,
us.
When are you going to start showing people?
When are you going to start showing people?
Hey, Steve, you need to learn to listen.
Hey, Danny. Hey, Danny. When are you going to start showing people? You got nothing. Exactly.
You're a fireman providing financial advice to people and you're criticizing me.
Danny, you're a guy that lives in this mom's basement and you're getting.
That was Bitcoin Rodney. We took him down as well.
You've got some kind of clown show going on.
Mate, personal insults. Is that how you, is this your alpha? Is this your alpha thing, is it? Is you insult people to climb over people? The reality is that you don't know where the money is. There's no money left.
There's no money left. Okay.
Because he doesn't know where the money is either.
He'll be pissing himself.
Danny.
Having a few beers, are you, mate? We're having a wee cigar.
Greater than 200 views. I think people will start listening to you.
All right. Well, maybe you should reach out to CoffeeZilla, mate. He has normally about 7 or 9,000 million views on each video.
Who you went and got with?
No.
And you had to.
CoffeeZilla is investigating you, mate. Hey, do you want to ring up? Why don't you ring up CoffeeZilla and tell them what you know?
Look at me. Look how great I am. Danny, you haven't done crap. You haven't done crap. You've harassed.
Now I know you're getting desperate.
You have harassed a bunch of people. I'm desperate. Continue reading from.
Mate, just keep digging your hole, Stephen. You've got no proof. You've had your Business Insider. You've had your Business Insider article removed. An amateur YouTuber has removed your Business Insider magazine. You just overtalked me. You're just a mongrel, mate. You're not a fireman now, mate. You've got too many flames and you can't put this one out.
More fire than
your building is on fire and you've got no ladder and no water.
Where do you hide in New Zealand? Are you still scared of your family? Are you going to chase them around with a shovel again?
So you're just allowing all of these people that you've worked with.
Is that what people are going to do?
Are you
chasing people? So you're still knocking on people's doors? Is that what you're doing?
Well, you've researched me a wee bit, haven't you? You must be worried about me if you've researched me that much, mate. That's the funny thing.
Worried about you.
You are. You've gone right through everything you can trying to stop me, and you know that I've finished this company up, mate. Your wee McLaren car's going to get repossessed, mate.
You call me.
I call you a coward, mate. That's who you are. You're a coward.
No,
you're a coward, mate. You are a coward. You would not even stand up for what you believe in.
You took money from people
all this stuff up
that was for all of their retirement funds.
How many people have you
stolen retirement money from people? You have retired. You have stolen retirement money from people. You are a bottom. You're going to jail, Stephen.
People. You have scammed so many people.
You're changing the narrative. You are going to jail, mate. You and your alpha boys are going to jail.
You're going to jail.
Bullshit. You can't even touch me. And I'm reporting the truth. I'm a reporter. You guys have been exposed. Thank you.
I was on this.
Bloomberg.
I was on that.
New York Times. What were you on? In Business Insider, publishing sponsored articles, and they've been removed. And you're criticizing me. I've been in the New York Times. You're telling me.
New York Best Times.
No, New York Times, the front cover, mate. I was on the two-page spread of the New York Times for busting scammers like you. And you've been in a sponsored article in the Business Insider magazine, and it's been removed. And you're calling me a scammer. What the heck?
Called the New York Times. You had a New York Times.
Yeah, been at the front cover of the New York Times, mate. Two-page spread.
Dude,
what you can do is do personal insults. It's just part of your alpha thinking. You're an alpha.
So, Stephen, when will the MSB be
more
approved?
alpha than you?
You're going down, and you know it. That's why you're talking about this.
When will the wallets be unlocked?
You are going down.
When will the payments start?
People are going to
so many
see
partners
this.
Just dropping
People are
out
going to
now?
see this. People are going to see this, Danny, and they're going to, and your show is going to be even worse. 200 views.
You're
that's all you
just
can
trying
get.
to change what's happening here.
Is that what you're doing?
Keep digging, Steve. Keep digging.
Using another Chat GPT voice.
The head investigators of Goliath Ventures are listening to this, mate. And this is how you act. So this is the head investigators of Goliath Ventures who are listening to you talking now.
Danny,
how do you feel?
Has no real evidence. He's just making accusations, false accusations.
Where's the money, Steve? Where's the money? Why have they stopped payments?
People
answer the hard questions. Stop being a pansy.
Why
answer the
are
hard
so
questions.
many partners
Stop
dropping
being a pansy. Who's the pansy?
Answer the questions and stop deflecting.
Where is the money?
If you want, mate.
Going.
Oh, for God's sake. Why can't you?
You don't got no money, do you, Danny?
No, I don't. No, I don't. I have no money, and I've put everything into this.
Who's been sponsoring you?
Mate, you don't have to be rich to be successful. You know that, mate? You don't have to have money. Where's the money? Answer the question, Stephen. Fireman, go get me a ladder. People want their money back. People want their money back. You're a thief. Where's their money? And you're calling me a scammer, and you've got no proof of the money. You're a common day thief.
How many people have you screwed?
Oh, I'm screwing you, brother.
How many people have you screwed, Danny?
You. I'm screwing you because you're a thief.
You're a thief. You're a scammer. You're a thief.
Prove it. Man up.
You prove it.
Prove it. I have proved it. You're not paying people. You've set up your own company under Goliath.
Why did you stop the payments?
Yeah.
Why did you stop the payments?
I'm done talking to you because this is
This wasn't a conversation, mate. You're a coward. That's who you are. You're going to jail.
You're going to jail.
Why?
Because you're a scammer.
Okay, Steve. Go have a cigar, Steve.
So are you just trying to change the direction of everything that's going on at Goliath right now?
Why aren't you giving us the information, Danny? Anyways, I'm done talking to you. It was fun. It was fun talking to you, but
is this what an alpha male is? Is this what an alpha male is? A coward that can't even defend or answer a basic question. You can't even tell us where the money is.
Why didn't you have Danny, W-9 information up front?
Quit screwing people. Quit scamming people.
Thank you for
Your
the content.
200 views aren't getting anything.
I'm not worried about the views. I don't care if no one watches the video, mate.
Content on you.
Please do. Please do. Love it.
All right, buddy.
You can hang up now, Stephen. Get off my phone. You mongrel.
Get off my phone.
Get off the phone. You're.
No, get off my phone.
No, get off my phone. I do this all the time. Scammers are so dumb that I control the narrative. Hang up now, or you'll be in serious trouble, Stephen. And he'll go like to the Star Wars people, let the droid pass. Hang up the phone, you coward. Where's the money? Why have you stopped payments for people? Why have you stopped paying people who have invested in you? Firemen have put their money on their mortgages so they can invest in your stupid Goliath Ventures. When is your name coming off Goliath Ventures website?
He's a scammer.
Why?
He's a scammer.
Take the money.
He hasn't got any views.
Are you talking about your friends?
Nobody. He's been dragging you guys along
about your
for
friends,
months.
Stephen.
He can't get anybody.
So this is the guy we're talking about at the moment. There's Stephen there. He's a
This is all you have, Stephen. That's pretty shameful.
Said nothing.
That's exactly what he does.
Look at
He hasn't said anything.
Stephen Davis is the person that's on the phone at the moment, and we're going to sit here and watch this really stupid
he doesn't
podcast.
know either. So he's worried about.
I love it because it's going to get me more content.
All right, mate. You need more content because you need to be publicised. It's going to be great watching you fall, mate. You can't trust Fireman. This is what people in the chat room are saying about you at the moment, Stephen. You don't want to hang up, mate. Get off my phone.
Get off my phone.
Get off my phone. You can't trust a fireman with your life, but you don't want your money or your wife. This is what people are saying about you, mate. This is funny. Steve raising beta. What else have we got?
Are you an
Howard,
investment group or are you
Have a good day.
a private
hang
equity
up.
fund?
Hang up, Steve.
Where are the liquidity pools exactly?
Ugh. Oh, that was interesting. That was good. I mean, really, I mean, just to prove this is the same guy, listen to this voice here.
Somebody.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. The fire chiefs that have been in for 40 years, have you guys treated anybody? No.
Yeah.
Like,
You'll be like last first responder.
So these two individuals in this, I don't know if he could hear you actually, Suze. I don't know why, but it
I
seemed
don't
like
think he could either.
no, but it was just really
He'll play
weird.
it back later and hear me.
Yeah, it was. That was actually quite interesting. I mean, we've done a lot of I mean, the mentality. If you want to break this down, guys, I mean, the guy's just accused me of doing this for clicks. The only thing he could really do is tell everyone that I was a scammer with no proof. He was all about personal insults. He made fun of my name, whatever it is. He could only, they go after the low-hanging fruit when they come after you because they have nothing. They even went through, I used to be a Jehovah's Witness and I used to knock on people's doors. He even said that in their comments, that go back to knocking on doors. So they've gone through everything in my personal life that they can, just trying to find some dirt on me so they can, stop me. And at the end of the day, the guy couldn't answer one basic question. And that's the question I started off with today. Where is the money?
Can't answer one basic question.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't know either. And he's scared.
They must be scared. I mean, tonight is a newsflash update on Goliath Ventures Inc. because over the last 24 to 48 hours, the situation has shifted from denial to damage control. Does that sound like damage control? And investors are now coming forth in droves asking one question. Where is the money? So you'd think somebody who was going to call somebody a liar would actually give that information out and say, well, you're a liar because we've got this problem, that problem. And I don't want to tell you where the money is because I don't want to give you views. Look, I've taken down, it's David and Goliath or Danny and Goliath. I've taken down the biggest scammer in the world and I've done it with no views. So it's a little stone in the right place makes this great big Goliath thing collapse. $500 million worth of investors' money has gone. And we have got over 140 people in our database of persons of interest. They've gone to charities.
I wonder who would answer.
You want to keep doing that?
Will anybody answer these questions? Will anybody answer these questions?
Well, who can we ring? We can ring up Christopher. It could be a goodie. Let's just ring up him. We're ringing up Christopher and his girlfriend at the same time. We'll see if they answer.
Yeah, someone in our chat room got it right. He found the money. He got a new McLaren. That's what happened. That's where the money went.
Well, maybe I should send a picture of the McLaren that we've got to Steve Davis and ask him if it's the same one because I've got a picture on my desktop. I'll just send that through. Is this your car? Car? Oh, it's hard. I still find it hard doing that sort of stuff, but it's so we're bringing Chris and Tay, his girlfriend, and they're not answering. But we are ringing. Who else could we ring? Well, I think we should bring up Tomo again because he'll be like, I mean, these guys, I mean, like, think about what's happening here. We've got these guys are making fun of me. And 4 months, no one's been paid except people who are going to talk. And now all they can do is give personal insults. And, like Christopher, they can't stop me. They do not have a lawsuit against me. They've just filed in Florida. They have no jurisdiction over me whatsoever. That means it's just ridiculous. So if that's the case, then why have they investigated me? Why have they had people knock on my door? They just admitted it, that they knew that people had knocked on my door. It's just ridiculous. So now we're going to ring up Tomo and see whether he wants to talk as well.
Great comment in the chat. Yes. Steve, please tell us about the insurance.
Oh, I got to take a screenshot of that. I'm gonna now screenshot people's comments and post them to him because that is a very good question.
And welcome to one of our new Avengers, Mystica. Welcome.
Yeah, Mystica, you're awesome. She's I've had your videos on here earlier on, actually. Stephen. So I've just sent him the screenshots. Can you please? Oh, actually, we can do a wee voicey for him. Susie, why don't you do? What question would you like to ask Steve? Because I can click a button and we can record the voice, and then send it through to him. So I'm just going to see if I can do that on my phone. So I'll see if it works first. G'day, Stephen. Really appreciate you coming online. It always amazes me that the only thing you've got against me is personal insults and making fun of my name. But seriously, if I have got it wrong, I'm open-minded. And can you explain to us why people haven't been paid for the last 4 months? And also, we would like to know about the insurance policy that Matt Burke claimed that you had, and why people aren't getting their money back when they've asked for it back. And the MSB license thing doesn't really make sense to anybody. No doubt it doesn't make sense to you either, because I don't think you're licensed to handle money or do anything with money other than put fires out. How's this fire going for you? All right, so let's see if that actually worked. G'day, Stephen. Really appreciate you coming. That worked. All right. Okay, so we've got a John who wants to come on stage. John, do I know you? Sorry, mate. I don't know. I've just said your first name. Are you there, John? Just unmute your mic and you can talk if you like. Yep. Well, let me know if you want. I don't know who you are. Unless you send a message in the chat room, we'll kick you out of here because I don't want anyone yelling over the mic. And I don't know if you're going to do that. So speak now and say good day, or I'm going to kick you out of here. Anyone there? No, I'm not going to trust it. All right, so who else should we ring? I've got a list of everyone here. Maybe we could just go through and have a wee look at that list. All right, let's see if he's got this right this time. Hello. Anyone's welcome to join us on stage. You're more than welcome. Just you don't need to put your camera on. You can you can ask us questions. I don't really. I don't think anyone knows Goliath as well as I do, except Christopher. The amount of intel that we've got and the things going on, we can find information. So I'm just sort of looking at these individuals here. We've got a list. And all right, so this is a list of people that we can ring. So we've rung Christopher, we've rang Matt Burks. Oh, Nick. We'll ring up Nick, see if he's around. What about that one? You still there, Suze? Zoom you up.
I'm still here.
Oh, thank you.
I'm trying to work out a couple of things.
I'm going to have a look and see if we can ring up.
You're going to ring Nick.
Yeah. Well, why not start with
Nick's number?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I love what we do. I mean, when I was doing Hyperverse, I'll tell you why I don't get the numbers, because it insults me, the fact that people think you just do this for YouTube clicks. The most I've made out of any video in the last 12 months is, I think, $63. The average video I do gets about $2 or $3. So it's not about the money. And I do get donations, and people do give me super chats, and people do book me for my time. But overall, I think I've made $14,000 in my lifetime of my YouTube channel. And I've been doing this for 5 years. All right. I make my money by doing website development, and I struggle. These guys have taken millions of dollars from people and got huge commissions. I mean, Mike was getting Mike, I don't know his last name. What was his last name? The guy from Canada? $30,000 a month. That was what he was skiting to his family about. His family member reached out to me and started blowing the whistle on the whole family. And we believe he's gone back to jail because they had his bond, and revoked his bond. And now this guy's gone back to jail, we think. We don't know. We've heard from him. But, these guys fight dirty. That's my point. But, I mean, what I'm getting at is, all they can do is call people's names. They're probably scared, like Susie said. And now we've got Nick, who's taking families for joyrides in airplanes. So I'm ringing Nick right now. And if you're not familiar with Nick, we'll show you a picture of him. We don't know what country he is, and we don't know if he's in Orlando. But there he is. So this is his family that he's taking for a joyride, and you can see I'm the pilot. Danny will apologise. Alrighty, so no, Nick doesn't want to talk to us. So let's go back to our list, see who else we can ring. So who have we got? We've got Alex. Let's ring up Alex. New call, Alex. I think Alex has answered the phone before because he wasn't very clever and didn't realise it was us. But let's ring up Alex. FaceTime.
I think that was that apology was somebody that was trying to come into the chat room. I think that's what that's all about.
You're more than welcome to come.
That was the person that was trying to come on stage.
That's right. You just probably need to turn the mute button off if you want to talk. It's a bit complicated. Right, we'll see if Alex. Now we've got Michael Hernandez.
Yeah, he's gone. Maybe he would talk to us though.
Yeah, I think. Well, maybe. I think I have a phone number. I'll just check to see if we've got his phone number. We don't have everyone's phone number, but we do have a high percentage of them. Michael. Oh my God, we've got his phone number as well.
I mean, he used to be good friends with Chris. This is probably really tough for him.
Yeah. I mean, you might think I'm taking the piss out of it, but when you ring up people like Steve Davis and you're thinking he might want to be a whistleblower, and all what he does is to give me personal insults, it is actually quite, it is a shame because, you know, these guys are probably sweating at the moment knowing things are going down and going pear-shaped. But you think that they would, you know, take this opportunity, either secretly reach out to me. And I have actually got partners who are in the 18, I call them 18 people that are heavily involved, got their own companies set up within Goliath Ventures. Partners are reaching out to me wanting to give evidence, but they want to do it on their terms and they want to control my narrative. And my narrative is to expose Christopher and Nick and those sort of people. And I'm not going to sit here and go, okay, I'm going to listen to all this information and not pass it on to the investigators because they want to do their own in-house investigation. But what they are scared of is losing their investments. And this is what everybody who's talking to me at the moment is scared of, is losing their money. And I just don't want to be, you know, at the end of the day, guys, you're all going to lose your money if you don't speak up. And, you know, there's 6 different government agencies involved in this. And I've been in Microsoft Zoom meetings with some of them I can't name. But the organization that's heading this is Homeland Security. And you won't even figure out who they are unless you contact me. I will reach out to them. They have literally been ringing up people. And there's lots of people already talking, but not enough. And just like in the description of this video that you're watching right now, there's addresses where people have received payments. The more of these people that say, yeah, I got payment from this address, well, we can dig deeper. We might be able to find the pile of crypto, if there is one. I don't know how to explain it, but it is tiring. Right, we'll ring up Mr. Michael. See if Michael wants to talk to us. Hernandez. Maybe you should question him, Suze. Oh,
he won't be able to hear me.
I don't know why that's not happening. On my stats, he hung up on me, by the way, just then, guys. So I think he might be watching right now. Let's try him again. Come on, Michael. Why not answer it? I mean, you can abuse me if you want. It makes you feel good. I don't have James Delgado's phone number. We do have Stephen. We don't have Hunter Smallbacks.
Forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
G'day, Michael. Danny DeHeck here. Look, we would love to talk to you and we'd love to help you. I've just been abused by Steve Davis, who wouldn't tell us where the money is. But, you know, if you want to contact us, you hung up on me just when I rang before. It's gone to answer machine now. You're probably listening to this. You know, why don't you help us help the investors? A lot of people are now worried about how much you paid for your new car. Oh, no, I shouldn't say that. But no, reach out to me. You got my phone number, easy to find. Message me, talk to me. But don't have to abuse me. But you can make fun of me. I've got pretty thick skin. But let's see if we can help these investors get their money back. See you, Michael. Oh, I don't know if that was any good. What about Vince?
You know, they don't even need to tell you, Danny. I mean, really, they don't even need to tell you. Just
but it's so much fun listening to it all.
But if they just were honest with the people that have invested with them, then that's really what needs to happen, does it not?
Yeah.
I mean, to keep saying and making these excuses that they don't have an MSB registration or that wallets are frozen, well, can't they just at least show the evidence that they know where the funds are and there's that it's available? That should be something that can be disclosed. They don't have to show everybody's, but each individual person has invested in this fund, whatever it may be. They should be able to see where their funds are being kept. Just on this screen in a back office or whatever you want to call it it's not suitable at this point. They need to show the evidence of where those funds actually are sitting. Whether it's on the blockchain, in a crypto wallet, or in a bank somewhere.
Yeah. I'm just asking the guy that had the argument with Chris, did you have it out with Chris? Yeah, but I mean, hey, look, we hope we were wrong, but we're past the investigation.
We do hope we're wrong.
When there's 14 people working on this case in the government on one meeting, I didn't have it, but there's 14 people in one meeting working this case in the government. They don't do this if there's no wrongdoing. 14 people in a meeting working on this Goliath Ventures thing.
And
come on,
it's
guys.
not just federal. We're talking state officials as well.
Or Canada.
So,
yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Canadian, U.S., Florida, Wyoming. There's a lot.
Wyoming. Is there something happening in Wyoming? Do they have any customers in Wyoming?
They don't have any customers, but they're registered there. So that's another place that, in terms of reporting.
One question is, why would they shut a company down in Florida after everyone signed all their contracts? I mean, we had investors who signed up on the 1st of September, and then they shut the company down on the 3rd of September.
Why didn't Goliath Ventures Inc. buy 189 South Orange Avenue?
They rented it.
Why didn't Goliath Ventures buy their office? Why did another company have to buy their office?
Yeah.
So who owns that office? Oh, it's not Goliath. Maybe that's why it's not finished. That other company must not be keeping up their end of the bargain.
Yeah, you keep talking for a bit, Sue. What was it?
Oh, no. I'm running the show now? What's everybody want to talk about? Let's see. What have we gone through today? Oh, did you get Pixel?
No, somebody's home. I mean, in all seriousness, guys, I mean, I'm pretty thick skin. But I'm always on edge. And I say to people, and I know this might sound reckless, but I would fight this to the death. But what I'm saying is, this is scary stuff for me as well. And I'm only human. And a lot of people have really put a lot on the line just to fight this. And, there's a lot of families that are going to get hurt by this. And these scams that we fight actually destroy families and they destroy relationships. And I don't care how much money. I don't have any money. Every month I'm going backwards financially. But in saying that, the most important thing in my life is relationships, friendships, connections with people. When I go out in public, I'm the man about town. I used to have a lot of dealings with business people. I can go to a mall right now and bump into people I know. I've got a nice nature. I chase down scammers, but I've got a lot of friends. And that's where my value comes in life. Would I like to be rich? Yeah, I would. Would I like to do what these guys have done to get money? I don't. I'd rather have no money. I'd rather die with no money. And I think if money is what they're striving after to build their happiness, and they think that by driving a new McLaren car or being able to take their family away on a jet airplane is true happiness, then I think these people are still struggling to find it. They're not getting it. They're not understanding what life's all about. I mean, sitting there like those guys that we just looked at, sitting around a table, smoking cigars, and this is what life is all about, being the man, being the alpha man, Like he's got a T-shirt on raising alphas. So he's talking about, I feel sorry for any woman that's associated with these individuals, but they literally think that being a man is grabbing some person, walking into a building that's on fire, and being macho. I don't even get the mentality where they're coming from. I mean, I quite like being soft and fluffy. I mean, I would rather greet you with a hug than I would a firm handshake that's going to squeeze the living daylights out of your hand. I've got a dear friend of mine had a stroke about 3 or 4 years ago. And even though he's had a stroke, he can walk and he's good. He can't talk very well and his words come out wrong. He can write very well. Every time I go to see him, he goes to put out his hand because he's an old gentleman. And I said, forget handshakes, mate. Give me a hug. And, and every time I do, I feel his body, just relax. And it's nice to be able to have those connections with people. And I just think these people have missed it. And I just think, it's sad on them. I reckon I don't know what they think, but I can tell you now, they're not going to find their happiness by stealing other people's money. And if the guy that I talk to if I ring up Steve Davis and he can only fire insults at me, then what is, this guy here, what is his why?
Their profession. They're looking at trying something new. They're seeing David leave his profession. They saw me leave my profession. They've seen Gary leave his profession.
Sure.
Gary? This guy here is quite a successful guy. We've searched him. He's I think he's got his own aviation company of some sort. He's a pilot. Average guy. Probably listens to these guys. May be a bit gaslighted by these guys. May have wished he didn't listen to these guys now, because he's lost money. And he's reached out to us. He hasn't reached out to us. We reached out to him after receiving criticism when we first started exposing Goliath. And that's the truth of it. And now he's found himself, he's lost his money to...
Now they're going to see...
this guy here. This guy here told him to invest. And he's taken his money. And just, yesterday, that guy is now saying, how do I get my money back? But you've got this guy here criticizing me, but they're all having a cigar.
That.
He shows up.
So this guy is telling everyone that he's a good guy and I'm a scammer, and he's making fun of me, like at the school grounds. Well, I used to get picked on at school. I used to get beaten up by the school bullies. This guy's a bully. This guy here is telling me he wants me to come to Orlando so he can sort it out with me. What does that mean? Is he going to sit down with a pen and paper and tell me how Goliath really works? Or is he going to intimidate me by his tactics where he gaslights people? I mean, this guy doesn't deserve my time. This guy does not deserve to have friends who trust him. He has ruined that relationship. He will never be able to buy friendships like he may have had when he was a fireman. He's lost his way. And the guy, all he can do is yell at me down the phone and call me names. I just don't get it. And it's just, and unfortunately, these guys probably got families who love them. Families who probably don't really understand what shit they've got themselves into. This video that's been online for 12 months, it's got 2,300 views, right? It's got, down the bottom here, it's got no comments on it. So do people really care about these individuals in this Zoom meeting? I mean, it's got 8 thumbs up. It's not a pissing competition, is it? But if you think about what he said, I get 200 people looking at my videos. Danny and Goliath. Danny just took down Goliath with 200 views. This guy's got 2,300 views with no comments because no one gives a shit. It's just crazy. Anyway, I think we've covered that guy enough. But as you can see...
You asked a question there. You asked a question and you said, Gary, question mark?
Yes.
You know who Gary is. Gary's the one that filmed his McLaren.
Oh,
He's
Gary
the
Rice.
one that does all the filming. Yes.
Gary
Exactly.
Rice.
See, all the pieces of the puzzle come together.
Oh my goodness! And they'll be too intimidated to speak up. This is the this is the sad part, isn't it? Gary Rice, Rice. There. So the guy doing the filming was this guy, and that would explain the headset. And look at him, got his Goliath. I mean, have these guys? I mean, think about the sadness of this, right? Have these guys who are part of, I don't even know how to explain this, but let's just say the alpha people, the people that think being a big tough whatever is, and this guy's got a t-shirt on with Goliath Ventures on, probably because he's too scared to have an opinion of his own. I'm just making assumptions here, but this guy might be a lovely guy.
Do you see there?
Eh?
He also did a video for Tomo, because it's right next door there. You can see that.
Yeah.
First there's Gary, then there's the McLaren, then there's Tomo.
Yep. So they've got their brotherhood together. I still love that photo. I don't know if I've got that anywhere. And then there's Christopher. Who's that one there? Who's that? Let's have a look. Do we know that person? Jonathan, a producer. That's
Can't tell at the moment.
No, but I think I know who it is. Oh my goodness. Look at this. These are all the videos. So if you want, so he's obviously done those videos for Christopher. You know what the ones I'm talking about?
Exactly. Yes. Well, maybe not those ones. Those ones I'm not sure, but
you look at this
ones, but all the other ones. Yes, the ones that are on the Goliath Ventures Instagram IG account. Yes, those ones I think were prepared by Mr. Rice.
Goliath Ventures, hold it. Goliath Ventures Inc. The only problem is, so the funny thing is, when you go to Goliath Ventures, these videos here. Now, if we was doing a bit of analysis on these, because what I reckon
is Bitcoin.
That there is AI. I don't know if you can see it, but look at the forehead. It's either been, made into a cartoon, but when you first look at that, that is not real. So what I'm insinuating is these photos here have been used to load into AI, and then they've created all these videos, because that is not the same individual. But when you look at them here and play them,
or blockchain still the beginning in 2025.
So all those photos there are just done with AI, because that, even the shirt, everything about that.
Goliath started in 2019, and blockchain.
What a laugh. And if you go back to my YouTube channel with no views, you go to shorts, right? And then you come down to this one here, 1.2,
We invested $8.5 million in downtown Orlando, purchasing almost 13,000 square feet in the Chase building. And we're excited because it's going to be a hub, not only for our partners to come and enjoy and be with the team.
So that's
interesting. Was it really $8.5 million?
No, it was $3.2 million.
No. And that's public record, folks. It wasn't $8.5 million.
So why would they inflate that? Why would they say 8.5 million? Are they taking into the consideration they're going to fit this building out? Well, this is the building today. It got stripped, and that was it. That video where he made that claim was online for 4 hours and then got removed. And they stripped all their social media. And then they've been posting these, what we call propaganda videos, making, in the video that we originally posted, if we go back here, he was making out that he was, I think this video here.
This will be a massive year for us. We have a proven method and model that's been tried and true through some of the biggest crypto collapses in the industry, bigger than the stock market. So for us, we've gone through every battle. We've won every war. We invested $8.5 million in downtown Orlando, purchasing almost 13,000 square feet in the Chase building. And we're excited because it's going to be a hub, not only for our partners to come and enjoy and be with the team, but we're excited to open up part of the office to our different stem cell partners that we're going to be partnering with or entrepreneur partners. We're in talks with UCF right now to build an entrepreneurship program there, which will just drive further community impact and something that speaks to my heart. So we're really excited about our new global HQ. And we're going into 2026 with a crypto-friendly administration. This will be a massive year for us.
Yeah. So that video was online for 4 hours. We nabbed it, put it back online. And that there was just total propaganda. But now, after putting that together, that there does not look like the same video, but obviously they've recorded him a few times to get some content. And if you were clever enough, we could probably go through these usernames and find the company that actually produced those AI videos for Chris. And with our new Avenger that we've just got on board at the moment, some of this stuff is getting pretty easy to do without having to do much intervention. So I'll give you a quick example of that. This is my videos here, and you can actually create pretty cool videos without much effort.
This is not right anymore. I got to do something.
Wait a minute.
Is Danny Heck?
Yes, this is Danny the Heck. Who's this?
You were right about my husband. We need to warn the people.
I think your last couple of videos are absolutely brilliant.
This is all done with AI. And there's a whole documentary coming out now about a scam that we've been going after. What were you waiting a minute for there, Susie?
Danny, go back to the IG account.
Yep.
That photo that I couldn't make out who the person was. It's Nick Petrillo.
Whereabouts are you seeing that? So I've just opened up all these accounts here. So, from our point of view, what we do when we're doing investigations, we'll literally just do what you just saw me do, click on all these usernames and see anybody that basically has a private account. We know they're trying to hide something, so don't bother doing that. I mean, we'll come through here. We don't even know who these people are. But all of a sudden we stumble across, these videos, and then we'll find a trophy that they received from somebody for, being involved with Goliath or whatever it is. I'm not saying these people are doing anything wrong, but you'll probably find that these people may have been behind the scenes when creating something to do with Goliath, and then we'll go down that rabbit hole for a while.
Did you go back to the McLaren photo? Go back to that one.
Okie dokie. Boom. This one here. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So go back one. Go back to the main panel where it had all of the, nope, keep going backwards. The panel where it had all of his videos. Yeah, they're right there. So you see the one guy on the left, you see the car, you see Tomo, and then underneath, the fourth one down.
Look at Tomo.
Nope, up one.
Oh, sorry, Suze.
Nope, not that one.
Sorry, Suze. Oh, this guy. Right. Gotcha.
Yes, that's
Oh.
Nick.
Oh, so he's done the same type of video in a way, isn't it? Yeah.
They're showing how they set up. They're showing how they set up the lighting. That's what all of this is.
Paperwork. Filmed on, Gary. Right.
If you look at the second photo, it has a mapping of the lighting.
Hold it. Got it.
That right there.
So this is a utility Instagram account. Oh, yeah.
He's trying to showcase everybody that had participated. So in the comments, you can see producer, all of the different roles that were played and who played them in these in creating these videos.
Look at this. Look at where your money's gone, guys. I've never seen this. I'm looking at the names on the thing. Well, whether you want to believe us or not, where's the money? this guy here is quite happy to be. Where's he filmed? The type of house?
Well, it's interesting because, Gary, he's not a
it's Chris's house.
He's not on the directors. He's not a director of Goliath, but in that first shot where he is listed there, he's got a Goliath t-shirt on. So it makes me seem like, is he a part of the Goliath team? Maybe he is.
Yeah, well, he's in our persons of interest list.
He must be the production company for all of the things that they do.
Yeah. Yeah. So Michael's J99's just said, how would anyone find out where the money went? And that's why we want those addresses. I mean, we've given a lot of information to the right people. But we've got the man hours behind this now, and we know the connections. So those crypto wallet addresses that we've got in the description of this video will help us trace. I went to a scam conference, a scam fighting conference, I should say, a year and a half ago now, and they follow the money backwards is what they do these days. So if you go and buy yourself a new Lamborghini, however you paid for it is how they follow the money, because following the money is a lot harder these days. So that's literally, oh, wow. Wonder if we've got the same camera and with the same serial number. And then we can see, this is amazing. So we've got the same camera crew, eh? Oh dear. That's what we do, isn't it? We sit here for hours and hours. I mean, the alpha guy, all he can do is abuse me. He can't answer he didn't answer one question, gaslighted me, thinking that he can just overtalk me and control the narrative. And at the end of the day, if there was a burning building right now, he wouldn't be able to piss on it to put it out. He's got nothing left. And they're just scared individuals. And all they can do is get anger and threaten people. And that's the only answer they've got.
There's some basic things. There's some basic things that they should be able to discuss. I mean, if they've been having all of these meetings in Orlando and they have legal counsel that is sending out letters to investors, why is it that they haven't gotten together and had a meeting about how it is that they talk about these things? That should be part of the process of what it is that they're doing.
Well, they did get together, Susie. They got together in the cafe, the 60 Vines cafe, and had a massive argument in front of everybody.
That wouldn't be processing.
Oh my God. All these people. Oh dear. I don't know what's the so this is great. So this guy, Gary Rice, which we've had on our file for ages, followed by Tomo. What did Tomo have done? Let's have a look.
It's just the same type of thing. They're just going through the lighting on all of those shots.
What a hard shot. Here we go. Is this his house? Outside? Must be his house. Look at the ceiling. Nice house there. How'd you get that house, Tomo? And they've got the same, showing through. So these guys have been working for, this is what we did a wee while ago. We talked about clawbacks and people that have been benefiting from their money. I mean, if you've got this Ponzi guy.
Who's benefiting the most?
Yeah.
It's that guy on the screen.
I want to bring up Tomo again.
Think about all of the, and maybe this is a bit of something we haven't really talked about. All of these individuals have their own companies.
Oh yeah.
Well, what does Christopher have?
Yeah. Now we did track 5 companies at one stage, didn't we? But whether they're active, I don't know. Didn't we track something like that? That Harry Samuels guy's been a blessing in disguise. Yeah.
Harry Samuels. Where is he? Maybe we should call him up.
Yes, I can do that, I think. 1 minute, please, caller. Stop it, Susie. Like, I've enjoyed the phone calls today. Harry. I don't think I've got many. Harry Samuels. Oh, my goodness, I do. I don't have a free call number, though. No, that's all right. It is actually quite interesting, though, isn't it? So Harry Samuels, he can't afford an iPhone, so he's not doing very well. But we will send him a link to the video today because we're talking about him, and every time he clicks on the link, he'll hear his name and go, "Oh, that's me they're talking about. You can't talk about me. You're Danny Heck." Okay, sorry, mate. Didn't realise. So I'm not going to ring. Oh, but then he could have. We could actually find Steve Guy So Dumb LLC are easy to piece when federal crimes are forward. It's our Bob. That like the funny thing about this. I mean, my Avengers work really hard at this stuff, and we have done an amazing investigation. Even take my hat off to myself. This is like being in the orchestra and being the conductor. And if you guys really think that you are smarter than us, then put us back in our place. We have unraveled everything they've been doing, right through to saying they're doing crypto mining. We found the company that was pitching crypto mining to you. Theoretically, you went away and then started finding investors, and then the deal fell over, but you carried on claiming that you were doing it. This is just, you can't make this shit up. So that's
I think what Megan was saying there is, they had all of that go around with Matt Burks and Piers Curry back in, what was that, February, to have everybody come up with their LLC companies. That's what who the partner was going to be. But as Megan rightly points out, those are easily pierced when you are going through some type of investigation. An individual can't hide behind an LLC and claim that they had no partaking in a crime.
For a minute there, I'm trying to think who's Megan. Sorry, but I got it now. We have code names, but yeah, I got it. That's great. Have we rang up Marty? Marty's meant to be very upset. So it would be interesting to see if he wants to talk to us. Oh, he's on WhatsApp, so I have to find him there. Oh, I don't know. My battery's flashing on me, my camera. So if I lose,
do we have a number for Mr. Shah?
Sure. Isn't it crazy that from the other side of the world we can find all these people, their details? All right,
I was very interested in what was going on in the Hotel Aura.
Sure. Who's Mr. Shaw?
What happened there?
I'm bringing up Marty now, so if he answers, you'll know. Somebody who has over 4 million subscribers on his YouTube channel. Do we have any actually what we want actually does anyone know anyone in New York that has invested in this? We would be interested in knowing that. And if they want to reach out to us, Godspeed. Let's just say we'll help them. We want a New York investor, so let me know. Right, so Marty doesn't want to talk to us.
I think I might have run across one.
Oh, well, we'll find it. And this is the thing, guys. I mean, this is where you can fight, and you've lost your money, but you can fight and have a go at getting your money back. Why wouldn't you want to do that, you know? So I'm just sending Marty a message at the moment. He's only on WhatsApp.
So just to make that announcement again, you're looking for an investor from New York.
Yes. Yep. So who haven't we rung today? Oh, I do like ringing one guy. He always answers. This guy's really cool. The guy that originally was the YouTuber who was he was ringing everybody. I don't have to explain it. I've forgotten his name. I'll read his name out. Lost my mouse. Where's my mouse? What's his name?
Kurum Bakari.
Kurum Bakari? Yeah. He doesn't like me much, so. And if you're going to ask me...
You can just call him KB, Admiral.
KB. Oh, I'm going to put that in brackets.
KB.
KB. I'm going to ask him KB because he wants to talk to me. He loves talking to me. KB message. Hello. I'll send him a message and we'll bring him up now and see if he's listening. Because all these people like listen. Oh, important. I know why we want somebody from New York. Honestly, guys, we could blow this even bigger if we got a New York investor. If you're in New York and you've invested in Goliath Ventures, reach out to us. Megan's asked me, what? Bob, you're on the show. Making it so I can click on the links. No, he doesn't want to answer us anymore. If I lose my WhatsApp, he reported me. What else we got? Hopefully, yeah, got a lot of intel coming in at the moment. I'm just going to forward you something, Susie. Oh my goodness, I think we've got something interesting here. Watching your video today. Here's the numbers. I'll forward this to you, Susie. I'll just go select.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh no, I think it's somebody telling me what Matt's numbers are. I mean, I'll take my hat off to everybody. Everybody's chipping in here. Even somebody that we've probably exposed way at the start has just sent me a message saying great work. So we've got a great group of people, and I really think to me, I keep saying I've had enough of this now. I don't want to do any more videos. My job is done. But I feel like we're just scratching the surface on this. And, like the people that are coming forward to me, one sportsman coming to me, invested well over hundreds of thousands of dollars. Most humblest guy you could ever talk to on the phone. And you realize that these are really family people. I mean, you've got Steve Davis telling me he's an alpha male who wants to abuse and, be the high school bully. And then you've got the softest people on the planet who have trusted these guys on a handshake, handed over hundreds of thousands of dollars, and now passively coming back going, hey, I really appreciate what you're doing. Thank you very much, and we want to support you. And they're more worried about me. And I'm thinking, you've lost hundreds of thousands of dollars to this. And it's actually quite moving. And I mean, this can't be anything but an emotional roller coaster journey. I mean, we're all fighting our own battles here. I mean, what gets me, and I don't want to just go on about nothing, but I'm on the bones of my ass, and I'm not asking for money. And I don't do this for financial gain, even though I wouldn't mind doing it for a full-time job. But we all need money. But at what point and what would I do to, start making money? Like, is it all about the money? And is the money the most important thing in the world? It's not. Your health is actually the most important thing in the world. I remember 39 years of age, my wife asked for a divorce, and it was a bit of a shock. Went to the doctor, and he said, I said, I'm in a lot of pain. And he said, what's gone wrong? And I said, my wife wants a divorce, jokingly said. And he said, that won't be causing it. Take some pills and go sleep it off. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm getting rushed to hospital in an ambulance, and had a burst appendix on the operating table at 3 a.m. in the morning. I remember the nurse coming along to me going, on a scale of 1 to 10, and I'm going, 10. I'm in pain. And then I blacked out. And I remember waking up the next day. And I remember laying in bed in the hospital. I was in there for 2 weeks, and I got all poisoned up and all that sort of stuff. And people I hadn't seen for 10 or 15 years were visiting me. And they'd walk in like, oh, we'll go see Dan. He's in hospital. He hasn't been in hospital before. And the look on their face as they saw somebody who'd lost 9 kgs in a week, which I managed to find again, they were seeing that I was in a serious way. And I still remember those people. Some of those people who visited me in hospital when I was 40, I'm now 57, I haven't seen since. But they have come and visit me because they knew this was serious. They're the type of people that, You don't have to live out of each other's pockets. But finding those people that you can trust with your life isn't easy. And a lot of these people who run these Ponzi schemes and scams will go after those friendships they've had for 10, 15 years and try and encourage them to invest in an opportunity of a lifetime for their personal gain, not because they're trying to help you. They don't care about you because they haven't really had much to do with you. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, that's what I've, and you think about what's just happened recently. Eric Clayman has reached out to people. This lawyer sent out the last newsletter for Goliath Ventures. His registered office and his physical office are exactly the same office address as Goliath Ventures. All of a sudden, the company is in total shambles. And this guy here has decided to somehow get access to Goliath Ventures database and send out a newsletter on his letterhead telling everyone they're waiting for an NSB license to calm the farm. Why isn't Christopher, who was actually in Thailand spending $150,000 on VIP combo tickets, why isn't he sending out newsletters about his company, then putting it on a guy who's a defense lawyer? He has no clout at Goliath Ventures. And here he is trying to calm the farm in a newsletter with his letter on it. So if you were, what I'm saying, what we're asking people to do, and this might be a nice way to tie up what we're doing today, because I don't know about you, Susie, but this is quite tiring sometimes, but enough.
We don't know. I don't know who Taylor is, who is in the chat, but they indicate that Eric Clayman is no longer representing Goliath.
Really? Wouldn't be surprised.
I would suspect that's probably not true, but can't confirm that. I guess Mr. Clayman would have to tell us himself.
Yeah. And the interesting thing about those claims, we receive all sorts of correspondence, and what I go live with and what I put out there, most of the time we double up before we even say anything about it. But we've been receiving messages that some people are getting paid from Goliath. Come on, guys. Stephen Davis on the computer after having a cigar. Let's write Danny an email. He'll say anything we tell him to do. Well, okay. Well, proof is what we need. One person, we get a lot of correspondence. We're coming back with some hard facts. At least you've got paperwork, signed receipts, and all this sort of carry on. This is what we're actually asking people to do. If you have invested with Goliath Ventures, we got told 10 days ago that Christopher has fired everybody in Goliath Ventures. Now imagine I come out there and say, everybody in Goliath Ventures has been fired, and then next minute we're on the phone talking to Steve Davis and he's telling us that I'm a liar and a cheat and I'm a scammer. You wouldn't really give me credibility. And the only person left in the company was meant to be Alex at that time. Now, this morning we woke up, Matt Burks been taken off the website. Your operations manager has now been removed off Goliath Ventures website. Doesn't that alarm you? When things are meant to be going, no problems. So what we've done is we've put together a Google document where you can copy it and then email it to me. And actually, I haven't actually done this, but let's just put my email address on that document so you can see. And also, if you want this document, so the other one is, you'll see here. Now, he criticized me for using ChatGPT. Look at this. Signal, right? 2 L's. It didn't work. It's signal, 2 L's, and normally that would do something, and it's not going to do it. It didn't finish it off, but normally it would finish the sentence for me because I use shortcut keys for everything. It's called being productive. But that's email this information to danny@theheck.com. And I wish I could actually put my Signal address, but it won't make any difference. But I will put my Signal address in the chat room that we are right now. And we do welcome anyone using that. So actually what I'm going to do is I think I can, I don't know if I can actually do that. I'll just go copy link address and see whether I can do it. But if you've got access to this document, nope, that's not going to work. You can basically fill it out for us. There you go. So if you want my contact details, now I'll tell you some stuff. You might be still a bit dubious, and I don't know why, and that's okay. I'm not going to criticize you. But if you want to access this document that I'm looking at the moment, I can regenerate a new URL after it gets abused by a few people, and that does happen. But you can literally, oh, goodness me, hold up, literally go to tiny URL. I'm going to type it on the screen so you can see it. If I can get this right, that'd be nice. I want to put that all on one line. There we go. So if you want access to the document that you're seeing on the screen at the moment, you can go to this URL, and we'll make it bigger, which isn't rocket science, but it's tinyurl.com/Goliath Ventures Inc. And that will get you to this document that I'm editing at the moment. In this document, we ask you for some pretty basic stuff. Obviously, your name, country of residence, date when you first got involved in Goliath Ventures, first name of the person who introduced you or sponsored you into Goliath, their role and their title as it was represented to you, a director, partner services, introducer, because things have changed. Remember, after Matt Burke gave that speech on the 25th of February 2025, everyone now went from director to partner services or something similar to that. So it does help us. But there's 18 questions in here where we're asking you for those questions, and then put everything together, all the correspondence you've had with a partner, documents you signed, exit strategy, crypto addresses, you name it, give it to us all in one zip file. Fill out this, just cut and copy it into an email, answer all the questions in between us. Give us your name, your email address, and your phone number, and then we will put that in front of the head investigator of this opportunity, and he will contact you directly. There's 6 different government agencies who have been involved in this, and there's no court case against me. It's bullshit. There has been a lawsuit filed in the Orange County courts claiming that they want to go after me. They have no jurisdiction after me. There's no local lawyer here in New Zealand filing anything with the New Zealand High Court. It doesn't exist. We wrote a 22-page motion to dismiss just out of politeness. So we've got that in the court system. And that's what we've done. But no American can come after a New Zealander and accuse him of wrongdoing. I don't have any business dealings in Florida. I have no connections to anyone in Florida. So it's just bullshit. But they've done that only to intimidate people, to stop people coming forward. So we're going to protect you because no one likes lawsuits being filed and their names being flying around. We're not going to name and shame you or anything like that. We're naming and shaming the 18 people that are in this list here because they have had their names publicly available on Goliath Ventures website. Now, seriously, guys, just this morning, Matt Burke's name has been removed. These 6 individuals here, Steve Davis, well, we just heard him on the phone. Does he sound like an executive that handles people's money? David, was it Panzik? Is that we got that right? David Panzik. Oh, might have got it right. And then Mike, well, he's driving around in a new, was it a Lamborghini or Ferrari? Ferrari. Tomo, well, he's just scrubbed Goliath Ventures from his Instagram. Think about that for a minute. He's just scrubbed Goliath Ventures from his Instagram 4 weeks ago. Well, I'll tell you exactly when it was. On the 13th and 14th of December, he was doing posts out there, hashtag Goliath Strong, and then he did this big Dear John letter on his Instagram, giving Vince Garata a hard time because he left the Brotherhood. And once you're outside the Brotherhood, you're cut off for life. Now, we tried ringing those guys. They don't want to talk to us. We know that a lot of these guys that left Goliath have gone and got legal counsel. And they are now trying to protect themselves and their families from what's going down next. Now, there's a little Danny taking on a big Goliath. And I used to be a target shooter for 10 years. And I used to be able to shoot 13 dots out of a target in a row consistently. I used to have my own indoor target shooting range. I know how to shoot to the millimeter. That's what I used to do. Now, I know that I've hit my target, and I'm very focused on what I want to do and what I've done. And you don't need to have I used to shoot 22 bullets, right? So you don't have to have a grenade to knock this giant down. You just need to know where to shoot. Now, we have played this like a game of chess. We've had a lot more experience at busting scams than the average bear. And these guys are probably their first scam. We know how to hit these guys where it hurts, and we know how to take them down. You have a lot of clout because you have a lot of information. You have a lot of paperwork. That we need this paperwork to get these guys behind bars. These guys have set up their own companies because they wanted to put a legal barrier between Goliath and the partners. So the partners should be freaking out about now because they have been handling money from Goliath Ventures to pay their investors. And now the investors want to go around that and sue Goliath. Well, why do you think they wanted people to set up these LLC companies for? So what you want to do, if you don't want my help, that's fine. If you don't want to go after them legally because you might have borrowed the money from places that you shouldn't have borrowed it from to invest in Goliath, then you want to go after the partners. And people like Steve Davis, who's just going to call you names, then you want to go after him. Or Tomo, who took your money or handled the money. I mean, if you were in a bank and you grabbed all the money out of the safe and you shoved it in the bags, they have this blue dye that goes off. Don't ask me how I know that. Then the money's useless and it's got that dye all over it. Well, everyone that's handled the money has got this dye over them. And everyone that's connected is going down. But if you want to come forward and help be a whistleblower, that's your best bet. Other than that, I'll come visit you sometime wherever you may finish up because you want to be loyal to the brother strong attitude. I don't know if I can offer anything more.
Just one more comment on what you just said. This hasn't been the same. I want people to think about this. This is what they have been doing has changed over time. So what might have been 2.5, 3 years ago was different. The way that it was set up was different, and everything that we have identified so far, there were smaller deposits that were being made direct to partners, so direct to individuals, not to Goliath. And then at some point it changed where you needed to come up with a larger amount to be an investor in this fund. And that was when the accounts were being set up where it was indicated in a contract that there was a bank account to wire or crypto addresses to send crypto to. Those were supposed to be the Goliath accounts, bank accounts, or crypto addresses. So there is something to that if you have been invested for a while and you made some type of payment direct to an individual to begin with, you really need to think long and hard about that because you started your investment with an individual, not with a company.
Yeah. So mainly since February's meeting when they were instructed them to restructure the way that they were operating. I mean, honestly, guys, I don't want to go around circles. However, in some ways I kind of want to. That video, this was a secret video. Only 39 people had seen it. I've had my website for 2 months. They did denial server attacks against it. I can only assume it was Goliath. And my YouTube channel has been attacked by copyright strikes, 10 of them. 4 of them I knew were directly from Goliath. But that was after I published this video.
Business with Goliath.
So this video, honestly, 1 hour and 47 minutes of your life. I think it's 1 hour 47 minutes. That's how much we know what's going on here. This video actually tells you that they were not doing things legally back then. So after this point, they were trying to tidy up what they had been doing. But the damage, 80% of the damage, I believe, was already done by the time this video went live. They also tell everyone that they now need to, they were trying to put the ducks in a row after a hand grenade went off and destroyed all the ducks. And by this time, they're admitting that they didn't have all their ducks in a row. So the lawsuits that you might want to do against Goliath Ventures, if they were before they were trying to get their ducks in a row, are going to be a lot more easier. Because even using this video that you see here in a courtroom would admit guilt. We've got Christopher in this video here. Listen to Christopher speak. If my camera goes out, it's because it's got a red light. But Christopher comes up here and throws his weight around at one point of this. Wherever he is. Where's Christopher? Come on, Christopher. Come up and tell them that you are not. Oh, there is Chris. So listen to this.
Client data. And so if they
go back, get the start of it all before he gets into it.
Make everything as smooth as possible.
Yeah, let me caveat that. So they're employed through your LLC, they're paid through your LLC, that's your deal with that.
Who's that guy there?
Wait, pause. I've never I didn't notice him before. That's Aaron Thornton. That's the other person that is on the Black Block website. We didn't know who he was.
Just take a wee headshot of him. Thank you for probably on my desktop. Oh my God. I mean, this is what we're saying. Every time we watch this video, and we watched it a few times, we learn something that they were telling us. This video is private and confidential, and now it's broadcasted to the world for you to use in the courtroom. Go after these guys.
Exactly. Caveat though, too. They are required. This goes into the legal protection and also the consequences. They're required to meet with Eric, our attorney, and sign an NDA.
Oh my God. So anyone
said Eric.
I know. So, oh my goodness. I mean, it's just, I can't believe we missed things like this. But here's Eric, their attorney. And if you want to do a contract, you are required by law to be signed up by Eric. Now, what's happened? We've heard rumors that Eric's no longer acting for Goliath, but he's the guy, and we've got contracts with his name on it. So we know that's true. And if you email Eric at GoliathVenturesInc.com, you'll be emailing Eric. But he's in the same offices.
Does that mean he made the contract? Is that what they're saying?
Oh, let's have a listen.
Confidentiality agreement, because you are giving them access to client data. And so if they are not signed by that, that is another strike that'll go against you. So anyone who
earning commissions needs to also go
correct.
Background checked and everything.
And if they are not at fault. If they do anything, we will come after you for not following protocol.
Did you guys follow protocol for Christopher? Because he's going to come up with you. And guess what he says after this? I've watched this a few times.
Got it. So anyone who has access to any client data needs to be under an NDA and a confidentiality agreement starting March 1st.
Well, what about somebody you give commission to, but they don't have any access to any client data, just for referral?
Just still NDA them.
Yeah.
Just that. They're privy to conversation. They're privy to intellectual conversation, operations working, whatever. Listen, they're earning a paycheck.
Technically, they shouldn't have given the referral if they're not investors. That's what I heard from Chris just say. It shouldn't be happening.
It's clear that you guys listen to 90% of what I say and play in the 10% gray, which I've come to deal with. I'm asking you to have them sign NDAs and confidentiality agreements to protect you. If they are signed and they are in breach, which means the company will go after them. If you have failed that, I will spend every dollar I have, like I've said before, I will spend every dollar I have to protect my company, and I will come after you in every way possible. So just follow that small step and do yourself and save yourself.
What does every way possible actually mean?
A headache. Got it?
Critical.
Yeah, and from our end, they have to be background checked. That is the key.
I have a lot of money.
Yeah. They
don't know. It's crazy. This video is breathtaking. Now, I've taken the liberty, if you go down to
Everybody needs to watch it.
You
Just
do.
take the time. Even if you turn it on like 1.5 speed, just take the time to watch it if you haven't seen it yet. And especially if you're an investor. I mean, the Goliath guys don't care. They were probably in the meeting. But if you are an investor, you should be looking at this.
And the other thing too, just because I know I've just rung Steve Davis again, if you are watching this and you're going to criticize somebody for using AI or open, what do they call it, a chat GPT, this video was I transcribed the video and put it into chat GPT. And what it did for us, I asked it to highlight all the important bits with timestamps. And look, we've got all the timestamps of the whole meeting. So when you click on the more button, you'll come down here and you can actually see all the timestamps of the meeting. So when you're looking at the misrepresentation of SEC law, all these timestamps are actually there. Oh, we've got to go. I've got to go out for dinner. Okay, I knew there's something I had to do today.
Ooh, fun.
I know. Oh, it's been quite, I can't sort of express enough is the emotional toll it has taken is something. But the reward, if we can help just one investor not lose their money, then this whole sticking our neck out is worthwhile. When I speak to people like Steve Davis, it absolutely puts the wind in my sail. He doesn't intimidate me. What he says is, like Susie said, he's just scared at the moment. They don't care about you. They've got no proof. They've got no direction. They're basically without a compass in the middle of the ocean looking for a direction of some sort. And the only thing they can do is called deflection. And it's ridiculous. And we're happy to expose it. And we'll go after other scams after we finish this one. So I think, yeah, so now I've got to get ready to go out for a lovely, something nice with my friends and family, which a lot of people at the moment won't have. But any words of wisdom, Suze, as we sign off?
No, but thank you for having me on, and enjoy your time out.
I will. And thank you to everybody. I can't say that enough. I mean, Susie's one of my main Avengers. There's no denying that. There's a team of us who have spent hours and hours and hours trying to help warn people, and we just don't want to. We don't want you to lose your money. We don't want these bastards to get away with it. And I don't care if they call me names. I'm here for the long haul. It's been good. All right, guys. Thanks, Susie, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Thanks, Danny.
Bye.